I'm going to push the recording here. Try not to say anything like what you all just said. It's a good start.
Great start.
Roger that.
Mm-hmm. The old,
Sunshine and butterflies.
yep. It's all about
Birds and bees.
butterfly relationships.
Pollinating a flower.
Pollinating. Technically cross-pollinating, you know?
Yeah. That's some nice stamen on that flower.
Does that mean that elves are larvae? They're like caterpillars?
I like that idea.
If they're really lucky.
Could be. Yeah, this takes a really long time for them to enter the final stage of space butterfly.
Okay, so let's see. Last time you guys had invaded the dark and troubled realm of Ravenholm and were looking to free the civilians from the oppressive regime of Strahd, right? Is that what we were doing?
Sure. Looks like a weird turn.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, aren't we in the middle of Earsick Watch?
You guys are in the middle of Hirsick Watch. He had just reached street level, I think, the last time we ended, and you'd been watching him for, gosh, so many hours. I even made a chat note, and then I cleared chat note because I put a bunch of other shit in chat.
I think it was something like 9 hours or something.
Oh, yeah. It was
making that up.
6 a.m. to noon, and it was 3 p.m. before he left his house.
Well, I've got a quick question for you.
Okay.
Joey, you haven't given my near back cords tattoo a icon.
Doesn't have an icon?
Nope.
Okay. Let's see. So we're going to, I think, keep watching Hirsick for a bit. Is that the general consensus?
Yep.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out where he is so we can just flat out ambush him and shake him down for his information.
Okay. Let's see. There's your incredible tattoo art, right?
See?
Okay. You watch him move through the streets. I think we already did a failed sort of knowledge local check for Krokta.
Sounds about right. But...
Let's have her roll survival.
Oh, I lost my HUD or whatever, like the skill check HUD.
You don't have your skill check HUD at top left?
No. But I'll pull up my character sheet.
Yeah, the drop down's gone.
The drop down's gone.
I still have it.
You know, the black bar that has skills, checks, all that sort of stuff.
That should not be gone. You might need a browser cache refresh in your, like, clear your history and.
All right, I'll try that.
In your Foundry.
Do you need any other checks from me before that?
No, with your survival check, Krokta estimates, just based on watching him walk through the house, down the stairs, and out into the street. It's 3 p.m. And she can't be sure, but both based on the look of the street, the stones under his feet and around him, the dress of the people around him, and the kind of angle of the sun, you're unable to get much from the angle of the sun. He's not much east or west more than you guys. So Krokta's theory is that Hirsick is somewhere on the east side of Starfall. As vague as that is, that's what she's able to ascertain. Pretty sure he's not in Killbox. Definitely doesn't look like a rundown slum.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll share that with the rest of the group.
Okay.
Doesn't exactly narrow it down much.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I notice anything else for the next 10 hours or whatever.
You watch him weave through the streets for a bit, and you notice that every time you look back at him, his outfit is slightly different. Sometimes his face is different. You're scrying, so you still follow him, and you're like, well, this must be Hirsa because the scrying spell is locked onto him. But he changes appearance quite a lot. Pretty much when nobody's looking, he just shifts a sort of disguise self type spell constantly.
Yeah, he keeps his disguise. He shifts his disguises all the time, so it might be hard to really find him, even if we know what area he's in.
Well, you said he was sleeping in an abandoned house or a cornered off house. If we just figure out what house that is, then we can just get him when he's sleeping.
That's true.
Hell yeah.
Any idea how many abandoned houses might be in this place? Pretty huge.
A lot.
6.
Yeah, I would
6.
abandon my house if I lived here.
Wow.
A lot.
Just work that in there. Okay. I will give you one more perception check, Krokta here, as he moves through the city. Very good. Based on the angle of the sun, he walks for several blocks, and he weaves back and forth a lot, like he's worried about someone following him. And he gets into kind of a dark alley between a couple buildings, and you see him take something out of his pocket, and you lose the scrying spell. And you are fairly certain that the overall, like he went right, then left, then back. He doubled back 3 or 4 times, but the overall progress that he made was mostly to the north.
Yeah, I lost him.
So
Yeah,
you
I
think
don't
he's
know.
up in the northern horn of Starfall somewhere.
Yeah, he went north, but I just lost him. I don't know. He took something out of his pocket, and then I just lost connection. I don't think he knew I was following him, but he thought someone was following him.
No, he was displaying an awful lot of caution. It just wasn't the kind of caution that worked against what you were doing.
At least until he pulled out whatever that last thing was.
Yeah, then he took an extreme level of caution with some kind of blocking.
Well, what's up in that area? What do we know?
Knowledge
might be
local
heading
from my local nerds, my Blackout and my Luna.
Well, there's that facility that we think might be a trap.
True.
That's north.
Yep. Very northwest of Abernathy's house.
Very good.
Oh, okay.
Blackout. Luna, you didn't spend much time in that part of town when you lived here, so it makes sense that it's kind of a mystery to you. Blackout can tell you that there are some very nice neighborhoods up in there, sort of walled-in, gated communities of wealthy people, wealthy merchants, people high up in the military, people high up in the Technic League that aren't, Technic League captains themselves. Obviously, Abernethy's house is at the beginning of that neighborhood, so there are also, because of the smoke, even in the nice part of town, they have a trash incinerator, because that's Starfall. They have 2 in the nicer part of town. And so the neighborhoods around the trash incinerators tend to be less houses, more buildings, storage facilities, warehouses, other businesses. To Kroktaw's nose, this whole city is kind of a stinking, volcanic belch of fumes, but there's sort of shades of it in the northern part of Sovereign's Watch. So, like, this secret facility is in a fairly industrial area because it's near the incinerator. And then there's a bunch of wealthy houses up along the northeastern wall.
So what do we think, guys?
I don't know, really. I was hoping to pin him down a little bit more than that, but
Yeah, he thinks he's being watched though, so it might be hard.
the only thing I can think of is in the nicer parts of town, there's not going to be as many officially roped off places. And it's still a pretty big area to search, but you know, that would kind of stand out, you know?
Yeah.
Perhaps since it's in the area that around Abernathy's. Perhaps it sustained damage and the people move.
You said he was heading mostly north. Was it north and west, or just, or you know, north northwest? You know,
Couldn't really tell. Just I like a sense of a general northern direction, but the streets were winding. He was winding back and forth, so
yeah,
it's
just
kind of hard to tell the exact final direction.
Yeah,
straight north.
Crocton, he like took a street to the south maybe 3 times. He took a street to the east 2 or 3 times. He took a street to the west like 3 times. And then he took a street to the north maybe 8 times. So overall, his progress was very, very much north.
I was just trying to say because if it was, you know, a lot hard north, and it would be hard to say it was Abernathy because there's not much north. But we can start there and see if anything looks familiar to you. It's a place to start. Well, actually, no. I mean, we pretty much destroyed that block. You would have recognized it right away.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
I would have seen some guards. I would assume.
Yeah, guards. You would have seen. You would have passed. You know, I understand that the view is very narrow, but if you saw enough to realize that the one house he came out of was kind of taped off, you probably would have seen other signs of destruction around him, even if it had been cleaned up. You know, boarded up windows, all trash, that sort of stuff.
We scouted
Fair
Abernathy's
enough.
neighborhood pretty well, didn't we? Before infiltration.
Yeah, we
You
did.
did.
That's the other thing I'm saying about it. He probably would have recognized it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So I
agreed.
doubt it's there. Like I said, we may just have to do this the hard way. Just kind of search. Now the good news is we could do the windwalk thing with the brown cloaks, and just kind of float over everything and stay mostly out of sight that way.
Yeah.
His appearance changing constantly though makes it pretty tough.
I
That's
ain't looking
true.
at. I'm not looking to try and spot him on the street. I want to find the one solid, unchanging clue we have is a taped off house.
Police
And
tape.
What if he was just? Oh, go ahead.
I would say police tape is our good lead.
Exactly. There
I was
can't
gonna
be
say, though-
that many of them in that side of town. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
but what if
Rocco.
he's just there temporarily? Like maybe that he went there because no one else is there, and he'll shift to another location another night. Did I
Well,
see?
question: did he leave his drugs there?
True. Yeah, when he packed up, did he take all this stuff with him?
He took it all with him.
Okay.
Ooh.
Damn.
Yeah, if he took his
Yeah.
drugs, he's gone.
Yeah. All right. I was hoping he was staying there more long term, but it sounds more like he's hopping from place to place. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, how likely is it if we do find the place? How likely is it we can track him from there? I mean, he's probably disguising his tracks pretty well. Maybe pass without trace. Reasonable assumption.
Yeah. If he can block my scrying and the way he was moving in the disguise, I think he's taking every measure to make that difficult. I mean, he's a mage hunter, right? So if he's in trouble, he's probably going to take a lot of precautions to not be tracked.
How many of us have locate person or locate object magic?
Not it.
not it.
I don't think I do, but I'm looking it up. I think it's just Ulfrid, right?
Just Ulfrid? Alright, that makes it harder. Just You know, on the map I've got it here just for us for visual. You know, 1,000-foot range actually, as we do diameter. That's a pretty big area. You know, we could sweep this area in most of a day. Yeah, if he sleeps in so late, we start really early in the morning and just sweep the area back and forth. You know, if we don't do locate person, locate object, that pistol of his was pretty freaking unique. I doubt there's very many of them in this area.
Oh, so we do have a description of a pistol he carries?
We saw it in action.
Oh, okay.
You know, we camped with him when he maintained it. You know, some of us asked questions about it. I'm extrapolating a little bit there, Toby. I assume, you know, campfire chat happened.
Yeah.
Another question about this. So, like, I observed him from the hours of 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. He seems to just be a no good druggie, right? Like, do we really think this guy that's just scratching his ass and eating junk food
Hey,
and
what's
doing
wrong with that?
drugs? Do we really think such a
Damn.
scoundrel would have anything of use to offer us in society? No, just anything, any useful information to offer to us?
Speaking from personal experience, those kinds of people usually have the best dirt.
Yeah, he was working for a pretty big scumbag, so he's probably got some scum in him to share.
More importantly, he's the kind of person to make sure he's got dirt on somebody,
True.
so he can use it against them if they ever turn on him, or in case he needs a little bit of a safety net or something to get out of something.
All right, well, I trust you guys.
Hey,
Understand him.
sorry, but I just got some new information here. You see him stepping back towards the group here, tucking away his little radio. Looks like, yeah, Naoki was seen over in District B13 near Abernathy's house.
Was that one of the technical league captains?
Yeah, and it's weird because she doesn't let herself be seen usually. She's usually pretty good about that.
Is this one of the ones we want to kill?
Let me see if I can remember that.
Nomcast got it written down somewhere. He was taking.
Let me
notes
check my
about
list
that.
and see if I want to kill you.
And I kind of want to kill all of them, but
Well, one of them's your boss, right?
So many people I want
Yeah.
to kill.
Which one
Is
was
this
it
your
again?
boss?
boss.
Which one was it again?
What? My
Naoki?
boss?
Mouthy?
No,
Oh,
mouth,
Naoki.
mouthy.
Naoki.
Mouthy.
No, she's one of the good ones.
One of
Well,
the good ones, yeah. Because
Uh,
that one's not on the list of the one I have.
I will warn you, she's pretty. She keeps an eye out. She's known as the head investigator for the Technic League, and she's kind of a spy, really. She keeps an eye out. Nothing gets past her, so it could be that our boy was up in that area because of her. She wants to be seen, that's for sure.
Has he been known to work for her before?
No. He never works for her.
You think she might be trying to trace him for something, or do you think she might be trying to lure whoever attacked the two other captains out by making herself visible?
Not sure.
What's in B13 section Y or whatever the hell?
Knowledge local checks.
Sure, why not?
Including me, or just them two?
Nope.
You too. Go ahead, Nomcath. Luna's
Oh,
having a day. Okay. Nomcath counteracts Luna's -2. And Blackout doesn't listen to either of them. He's got a 35. And he's like, I know exactly where it is. It's a few blocks away from Abernethy's house. It's the guards that would have responded first to the incident there. And Blackout, by your estimation and your knowledge of the city guard structure, if Abernethy was a nobody, District B13 would have conducted the investigation. If Nalki was a police captain or detective instead of a technically captain, District B13 is probably the office or building she would have done the investigation out of. But she can come and go to the palace or the technically compound if she pleases. There's a million places she could have done this work from. So for her to lower herself like 7 ranks and use an office at a local guard post is weird.
I mean, unless she's just tapping them as a resource and holding all the evidence there because it's convenient.
Or she wants to be somewhere where she's easily reachable.
So we can kill her?
That's what I was thinking, but he
Or-
did just say no, right?
No, but so that someone could talk to her.
Could we kill the person she's talking to?
Do you have a friendship with her or ability to connect with her without it being suspicious? Blackout?
Not really. We've never really been in the same circles. I stay away from the guards. Mind my P's and Q's and all that.
Okay. You think it's worth some countervalence?
I mean, if she's behaving outside of normal,
Yeah.
if nothing else, she might lead us to another possibility of attacking another one of the captains.
Yeah, and maybe we can get a look at how she uses your idea about the technically badge. Maybe we can idea how she uses that, Numcath, to maybe bypass the whatever alarm spell that they've got around the palace.
Well, whatever you guys decide to do, I'm all up for it.
Okay.
I mean,
Windwalk and countervalence?
yeah. Well, not sure about the Windwall.
Okay.
That's a little bit too magically strong.
True.
We don't know how often she does magic stuff or does detect magic stuff.
True.
We're gonna have to do this a little bit more on foot.
Okay. Disguise and stuff?
Yeah. I think we can get away with that.
Okay, who wants it?
Definitely me.
I'll take some.
I mean, I've got mine covered already.
Actually, how long do those things last? 10 minutes per level?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll last
yeah.
long enough for us to get there. Otherwise, I might have said we might have snuck out and.
Yeah, his
Well-
disguise other is over 2 hours.
Yeah. All right.
And mine will
Alfred?
also last for 2 hours.
Was that Josh?
So Alfred probably needs one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
Okay, that everybody?
Seems
Yeah,
like
Crocodile goes bug form for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she's very suspicious.
She's the most suspicious fucking bug in town.
Luckiest too.
Lucky bug.
Oh yeah.
Do I need to make a disguise check for anything else?
No, we're not going to worry about that.
Okay.
You guys are... How are you going to exit the sewer sanctum?
Or I'll go down.
Alfred. Natural 1 plus 1. It's easy to do the math, at least.
Yeah. So probably
10.
we'll probably just pick another branch off and go down it a block or two, and I'll probably slip out first.
What'd you say?
Josh Tracy has put a picture of a man wearing Groucho Marx glasses in the Discord chat.
Very
Just
very cheap looking ones.
Yes, disguise self. No one will
easily the worst
recognize us.
disguise ever designed. Yeah.
Uh,
I think
So-
like you give Ulfred the power to have some control over his disguise, and he just makes himself into a slightly different dwarf.
He changed. The braids in his beard are left twist, not right twist.
Oh, huge change. And he looks like he's 4 inches taller, and he's doing like, you know, when foreigners do their impression of Americans, it's clear that they don't think much of us, and he's like, oh, I'm just a big tall human. Let me bunk into stuff. It's not super convincing.
How do you do, fellow humans?
Yes, fellow youth. Okay, so mist form for blackout. How's everybody else getting out of the sewer?
I'm just going like a cockroach.
Cockroach crawls out of the sewer.
I can pass walls into somewhere. That's helpful.
Let's save
Ulfred,
that.
flaming rocket jump.
Hell yeah.
No, Alfred, we're not doing that. There's an exit here about 2 blocks up this way. Let's go there. I'll slip out. Make sure nobody's gonna be paying a lot of attention, and then I'll wave you guys out. All right?
Okay.
I suppose.
All right.
Okay.
All set. Yeah, and that's without that roll is without invisibility, just for knowledge.
Damn. What'd you get?
40.
Well, just for the fun of it, just to torment our heavy melee, let's have everybody roll a stealth check.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Hopefully no more natural ones. Luna, pretty good. Oberon, natural 3.
Did it. Did you proud, Alfred?
Alfred's
That's
got
a
a
positive.
9, which is a total of 6. Yeah. The disparity in the party's stealth check abilities just continues to grow. Nomcath, you pick a safe sort of sewer grate that's partially in an alley and nobody's around, and you hear them scraping and clunking up the storm drain before they ever reach the grate part of it. And you kind of wave them off. Cart goes by. Looks like it's going to be clear for 30 to 40 seconds, and they just annihilate your nerves as they take 28 of the 30 seconds to pull their bodies out of the sewer, scraping, grunting. Something pinches at one point and somebody yelps, but they get onto the street.
Muttering at catfolk at some point, life number 4 is gonna get lost from an aneurysm around these people.
Yeah, Olbrin and Ulfred give you a big thumbs up, kind of patting each other on the back for a job well done.
Good job, Dwarf.
He's not a
Always.
dwarf. He's in disguise. He's human.
Oh, sorry, human.
My name is Hugh Mann.
Dr. Human.
With 2 N's.
Yeah, definitely a unique spelling required.
Oh dear God.
Yeah.
Stealth
always-
Corps has arrived.
It's always been my dream to have a party full of stealth people, but I have never seen it.
I mean, given how we behaved in Scrapwall, we were at least an honorary group of stealth.
Dr. Jan Itor.
The Scrubs reference.
Yeah,
Jan Itor.
very nice. All right, so you guys are headed up to the north side of town. You escape your secret sewer sanctum, and you're out on the streets in disguise as not yourselves. And what's the plan from there? With the knowledge locals, skill checks you guys have already made, Blackout and also Nomcath can easily navigate you to the site.
Well, we're gonna head in that direction. See if we get eyes on the station.
Okay.
And then while we're not going specifically out of the way, and knowing this is low likelihood, I will also be keeping an eye out for taped off houses.
You just walk right by it. Like, that's the one. Somebody did drugs like 7 times in there today. The district here is a walled garrison keep. It is sort of a recycled job from other things. Like there were multiple stone buildings here at one point, and they were torn down brick by brick, rebuilt into this sort of rectangular outer wall with a watchtower on each end, and declared, property of the city for whatever reason. And it's been a guard garrison in this district for decades. And you figure there's probably anywhere between 25 and 30 guards either on duty here, training, or sleeping, eating. When they have long shifts, they'll have 4 days on where they're just on 24 hours. And so they don't leave here.
So, does this look like watching people go by, watching people interact, does this look like a place that people go to report problems or speak to the guards about issues, or is this strictly more like a barracks where civilians shouldn't approach?
Both. There is a gate to the south that probably leads into some courtyard in the center of it. If you guys want to get some elevation, send out your scouts and your cockroach to get some drone footage of the site. You have a gate facing the south, a courtyard on the inside with archery targets, a stable, blacksmithy, and it looks like this is basically like your average, like a police precinct. Like you can hire and train and support guards from here. And by your best guess, there is a ground floor, which is where most of the troops live. There is an upper floor where there's probably the officers' bedrooms and maybe offices. And then there's most likely an underground jail, a dungeon, so to speak.
But do we?
Is that dungeon? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, do we see assuming we're watching it for like an hour or something like that? Do we see civilians approach to talk to the guards about things? Or
oh yeah, while you're
street
sitting
kind of
here, a cart from the country comes up and drops off a load of basically produce from some of the farmland around Starfall, like some onions, lettuce, and other things like that. And you see guards on the wall. They look fairly relaxed. Look like the typical city lawman you've been seeing, that same outfit, that brown and silver getup. But yeah, on the walls you probably got, during the day, it's probably 4 or 5 in the evening. You've got about 8 guards on the perimeter walls with heavy crossbows.
Do we have a sense, maybe the local people, like would it be possible that the place is connected to the sewer system and we could come from underground instead of like above?
The dungeon might be for drainage purposes. You might be able to come up in the dungeon. You would just have to investigate.
I was thinking, it's not really. Hold on one second. Sorry, wife wanted to tell me something.
Yeah.
I can think of an excuse to approach them and talk to them for a bit, but I don't know how much valuable information I can get out of them. I mean, it'd be pretty on the nose, but
Have you seen Naki?
Yeah, partially, yeah. I could pose as a servant of one of the more influential houses around here. Hopefully we can figure out a name of something around there, because I'm sure they would know the names of the people.
Wilson.
And and maybe, you know, try and pump him a little bit for information, but it's a little bit risky. And again, I don't know how much information we'd get out of it. It'd be better just to sit here and wait for a while and maybe see if we can.
I don't know. Can you local boys put enough information together to make that kind of a big bluff?
Oh, certainly. These guys are full of shit.
Not doubting that. Just asking if it's the right shit.
Maybe between the two of us.
Luna, with your knowledge local check, congrats on finally rolling above like a 15, by the way.
I
you
know,
just did
right?
the Stealth check, yeah. You don't know about the city guard, but you do know that when you were part of the military here, they regularly send soldiers from one barracks to another to like, we have too many crossbow bolts, District 12 is not enough, we need more of this, you're going to get loaned out to this place for a week. So civilians come and go a certain amount, but soldiers from other barracks come and go even more. And the city guard's a big organization. They don't all know each other.
Do you want me to roll for that too?
Sure.
See if I can help BS our way through this.
38 knowledge local. You think you could, if you can disguise yourself visually, you think you can talk the talk enough to go up there and pretend to be either a regular guardsman or a sergeant or an officer, depending on what level of differential treatment you want from the low rank guys out by the gate. But you could disguise as somebody bringing a message and just chat them up that way. You think you could pull it off? If you want to chat them up.
I have something that would work as help towards that disguise.
Okay.
I do have that Starfall officer's badge. It's an official badge that I acquired.
An official badge.
Yeah.
They're not gonna like run the number against some database and see it's from like a dead guy, are they?
Yeah, they scan the barcode. Like, this is Jimmy
Every
Hoffa's
time.
badge.
Missing
Yeah.
person. Missing person.
I mean, the only information that I can think of getting off the top of my head right here is maybe get a feel for the investigation of Abernathy's house
Mm-hmm.
on a very high level, and confirm the rumors that one technically captain is here and working out of this.
Blackout,
doing-
I could tell you this too from your high knowledge local, that this is maybe the most boring garrison post in the entire city until the other day when there was the Crocked apocalypse.
So they might be ready to talk, just to share.
Probably
Exactly.
full of gossip.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
So-
also had that Juggernaut explode.
bad gas travels fast in a small town.
Small town. All right, you guys need any spells to help?
Here's the issue. I know enough to make my way in there,
Yeah.
but I am a terrible liar.
All right. How about this? Can you follow a lead? In other words, if I take the role and then we need a little bit of administrative muscle, you fill in. You understand what I'm saying?
You mean me as me?
Or is whatever disguise we do or whatever. Because you have the knowledge to fill in the gaps. I can tap dance around enough stuff, but if I would need you to sprinkle in enough truth for the whole sandwich to be eaten.
And Blackout, as long as you're not lying, you can use your knowledge local skill to bullshit jargon. Just don't lie, and it won't be a bluff check. You can do that, can't you?
You rolled a pretty good bluff the other day, so
Yeah.
I can assist Nomcath in his lies.
All right. So here's what I'm
Croctoy's
thinking.
idea is that Nomcath sits on Blackout's shoulders and we wrap a cloak around both of them.
Yeah, and Blackout
3
just
gnomes in
whispers
a
up to
trench
you.
coat. Genius. With a cockroach in their pocket. Perfect.
3 kobolds
Bingo,
and a doom
bango,
shape.
bongo.
Bingo. Yeah, literally. Bingo, bango, bongo.
So this is kind of what I'm thinking. If we can manage to get a disguise to make you look somewhat officer-ish, maybe not high level, but you know, kind of mid-range officer. I don't know the exact ranks, but we could be from one or the other, like well, all the way over in near Killbox. Say, you know, we heard some bullshit's going on here. We have extra crossbow bolts. We figured we'd see if you guys needed it. You know, trying
We
to be
got
proactive.
surplus. Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, obviously make it. Yeah, we're definitely here to spread some gossip because we want to know what the fuck happened over here. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if we can do you as that guy, and we can kind of maybe do me as like a not servant, but just like a porter guy who you hire to kind of haul stuff. You know?
We're just a lower ranking officer.
Man, I don't know if, I mean, the guards have been mostly human. I don't think, and catfolk really don't do military well. You know, that independent thing. Want to go take a nap when somebody tells us to go do something?
Is that how that works?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if it goes wrong, I think we're the best ones for running.
Get
So
the hell out of there, yeah.
Well, there's a silver lining.
Okay, you guys want any spells to help out?
Well, with the disguise self, that can change our clothes and such, right?
Believe so.
Yeah, it changes your entire outward appearance, clothes, species, equipment.
All right.
It's
Oh,
there's
species.
no
Okay.
there's no yeah, it doesn't change your size. You still got to be like a medium creature, or you can go as small as halfling maybe, but yeah, it's a full like illusion over your body. So there's no smell component. You don't sound like you could look like you're wearing full plate and sound like you're in a Snuggie, so that's a dead giveaway. But or vice versa, Ulfred.
I mean, I could make myself look like one of the guards.
Yeah. Oath of Anonymity doesn't change your outfit, though, I don't think. You'd still have your equipment.
No, but it changes everything.
Yours the voice and settled otters language and appearance.
Yeah, it does. The problem with Oath of Anonymity is it doesn't let you choose, kind of.
It makes you more forgettable.
Yeah, you
instead
can't
of-
impersonate anyone in particular, so you couldn't say make me look like a guard. It just makes you look like not Luna.
Okay.
It's very effective, and it's basically infinite duration, but I think that's the limit of it.
All right, so let's do this.
How much time do we have on those spells, Nomcath? You know.
Disguise other, the ones you use to get up here,
Mm-hmm.
you still have an hour on them, an hour and 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Nomcath said stake out for an hour and didn't take you that long to get here.
Is that enough time? You think?
Yeah, we're not really planning on going. Well, my plan isn't to go inside, but you know, the whole idea is, you know, we're here on a quote unquote offer, but we're really here to try and get gossip and figure out what's going on, because you know, both sides are bored.
Okay. This is still the same day that we did the scrying, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The day that you did a solid 10 hours of scrying.
Scrying, yeah. So probably need another non-detect, right?
Yeah, might be due for it.
Okay, do that.
Okay, party is non-detectable.
I'm such a powerful person.
Okay, so we're gonna approach the keep.
Yep.
I guess.
I'm gonna pull you guys
Blackout.
over. Rest of the party's not
Blackout.
actually this close.
I was thinking blackout in like a sergeant type uniform.
Okay.
You know, Nomcath doesn't know the right ranks and stuff, so not like really an officer, but somebody who's got a little bit of sway. And I would specifically ask to look like a somewhat younger, skinny human, like new recruit kind of thing.
Okay.
But Olbin will kind of recognize it because he'll remember how Nomcath was pretending to be younger when he met everybody. You know, that young innocent kid thing he did.
Liar.
Yeah.
Toby, for
Yep.
the rest of us, is there a place close that we can be that's not obvious, that we can look natural being there, but also we can keep an eye on the building where they're going?
There is an outdoor cafe like a block away
Sorry, I meant to roll a perception on that.
where you can get some dusty burritos.
Sweet burritos.
Meaning that they're like
Sound crunchy.
there's too much dust in the wind today, bud. You don't want to eat outside. And you're like, yeah, we want to eat outside. And they're like, okay, you're gonna get dust in your burrito.
Here, I thought it was a specialty, like the burrito was dusted with some sort of spice blend or something.
No kidding.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's just a smart ass old man who's like, here's your dusty burritos. Fucking idiot. And you guys sit outside, and there is quite a bit of wind. You do get some grit in your eye and dust in your burrito. So,
Okay, we'll just keep an eye on the building.
but
and
you're
what's
like
going
down
on.
the street. Yeah, you can see if the building bursts into flame or catches fire or sounds the alarm, you'll know.
Okay.
All right, so blackout. Here,
How
just
much
to make sure we're set in the plan. The plan is, you know, pick a guard sector that also tends to be kind of boring. So there's, you know, an obvious excuse why we might send somebody just to gather some gossip because, you know, everybody's bored and they want to know what the hell's going on. Pick a name. I don't care what name. Just pick a name so I know what to call you. You'll call me Daleth. All right.
Bob. Sergeant Bob. God damn it, I'm not
Sergeant
good
Bob.
at this.
All right, Bobrin.
Bobrin. Okay.
Sergeant Bob.
Sergeant Bobrin. I'm Daleth. New recruit Daleth. All right.
So
Dallas.
here's the question: how much for these dusty burritos?
Super cheap. You guys get
Charging
a family
extra.
pack.
He's charging extra for the dust though.
She will order like a dozen of them.
It's Numerian dust. It's good for you. It's got, you know, minerals, radiation
What else?
in it.
So about a gold piece for the well.
It's got what plants crave.
That's right. Electrolytes.
All right. And like I said, I'll do most of the talking. If you want to, just kind of stand back a little bit and look annoyed and just fill in whatever information I ask you for or if they need. All right, work for you.
Yep. I got this.
All right.
Croc,
You
are
see,
you gonna be doing
he
any
is sweating.
shenanigans?
No.
What was that?
So are you gonna be doing any shenanigans during all this?
I was just trying to look up if I have putrefy food, but I don't.
Oh,
I was gonna try to putrefy your burritos, but no. Otherwise, I'll just hang out with you guys at the burrito stand.
Just a cockroach in our burritos.
Yeah, like I may, if you let me, I'll like nibble on some of the burritos.
Oh
in
my
cockroach
God.
form.
Now they're
Gonna
extra
get-
crunchy billet burritos.
gonna
If
get
you're not paying
attacked.
attention.
Gonna get attacked by the owner. Oh my god.
I think I would break your teeth if you tried to bite me. There.
Let me forget that cracked out that curly cockroach, shoot the cockroach and smash it.
You might miss. Crocodile's a very
Yeah.
difficult cockroach to bite.
I mean, do I need to roll it?
Definitely get
Well,
indigestion.
I think she would have gone in Olbrin's burrito.
Oh.
So unless you're gonna hit his burrito.
Well, I'm starting to think that the people in the recon team that's gone into the keep are the ones that hear the alarm being sounded down the street. Stealth Corps is like worried about like sweating bullets over their mission, and they hear police sirens and see a fire down the street.
Yeah.
and a brawl.
Two people are using burritos like brass knuckles on each other, and yeah, good distraction though could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's intentional.
So you guys enter the keep. You see the outer gates, and you walk into the courtyard. You see the guards on the wall just look down at you.
Me kind of so I'm like coming in all excited, nervous, they kind of a little bouncing on their feet, and so it's like even before we get close, he's like, hey, we're coming in, don't shoot us, okay?
Good lord.
You see the lawman nearest the gate step over and look at you. He was just sharpening a couple of arrowheads and practicing his crossbow shooting. Bolt heads rather. And he looks over and sees you guys come in, and he just immediately turns and fires the crossbow at you, Nomkath. And there's no bolts in it.
As soon as he does that, it's like complete yelp and the duck down arms over the shoulder, and then he slowly looks up, and then comes up. You're mean.
He goes, fucking
Blackout.
greenhorns.
Yeah, Blackout will laugh too. Be like, these recruits these days are so jumpy.
Yeah, you remind me of my daughter, probably.
That's nice, sir. Hey, who did he talk to about maybe transferring some extra supplies from our post?
He says, sergeant's downstairs in the jail.
Thanks. We can find it. Thank you. Sir, to this way.
Which way are you headed?
Is it this door here?
He's like, he looks back at you guys going the wrong way. He's like, oh, you don't even know where the damn stairs are.
This isn't our garrison.
Yeah. He's like, right over there. He points over at the wall to the east of you. There's a staircase.
Sarge, I was gonna say this way, Sarge, but you kind of went that way. I'm sorry. He kind of scurries ahead.
Blackout just says, it's not there at our garrison.
I know.
Oh, that's a bluff, right?
Oh,
You
that
just
is a
lied
lie.
That you have a garrison.
Whoa,
damn.
bluff.
Is it though?
Fucking made it 2 minutes.
You said it's not our garrison, which is not a lie, because you don't have a garrison. But you did
But
say
I'm following
it's not
it
there
up.
at our garrison.
I'm following it up. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say it, but I'm basically saying things that support his lie.
Talking too much.
I'm going to go ahead and support Enrique's rules lawyering here. And Tracy, please make a bluff check for Blackout. You
I'm
can
rolling
thank your
support
party
'cause-
member later. Holy shit, not bad.
I'm rolling support because he would have
Yeah.
immediately I was gonna say I know it's not ours. I was gonna say something, but you're the sergeant.
He does well. You guys pass off not being able to find the stairs, which are clearly visible, as an easy mistake to make. You've never served at this garrison before. Yeah. He goes back to messing with his crossbow bolts and cranks it while he glares at Nomkath menacingly. Fucking idiot.
Head down the stairs.
Okay. We'll go to the... Let's see. You guys are going to come out on... Let me get you two set up. And the rest of the party, just so you don't feel left out, I will put you in the jail cells.
Sweet.
How's that for fairness?
Don't lock me up.
You've done been locked up.
Please, sir.
Please, sir.
I heard the door hinges off.
You come down the stairs and you see a couple guards, and you hear through the wall someone yelling at someone else. And these two guards out here are clearly trying to look. They look at you and they hold their fingers to their lips like, shh. and they are listening at the door, which is shut to the east, at the ass chewing that is going on.
Yeah.
I do a little, because just as it's part of the quote in character, I kind of do a outstage whisper. I think that's the sergeant.
Yes, you can definitely hear what must be a sergeant reaming out one of his corporals for doing something wrong. You hear the phrase "chicken shit, foofy balls, candy ass, god damn it," and it rolls on. It's just a string. And they are kind of giggling. They look over at you, and the one nearest you goes, "What do you want? Promise me you're not going to interrupt this."
So as the cussing goes on and on, Nomcat's eyes are getting wider and wider. Like, kid who hasn't heard somebody cuss like that before. We're
Black-
from one of
Sorry. Blackout just shakes his head like an old sergeant and just
Yeah.
goes and sits at the desk.
we're from the one of the other garrisons. We were. Well, he kind of looks over his shoulder at Blackout and kind of grimaces. We're supposed to be here for finding out if you guys wanted some extra supplies because of all the stuff that's gone on, but really we're like, what the heck happened here? What's going on? We're just really curious what happened, and we thought we could tell you, say swap some stories, kind of stuff. There was a little smuggling ring we got over on the other end. We could tell you a little story about that.
He goes, "What? Jesus Christ, man, you talk fast."
Sorry, I get nervous. I'm new. I'm Dolith. He
He's like-
puts his, shoves his hand out really, really fast. With the handshake.
He goes, I'm Corporal Bobrin. Who's this guy?"
Oh, wow. Are you two like cousins? He's Bobrin too.
"What? That's a rare name. You're Bobrin?"
On my mother's side.
The guy
Bluff
behind him.
check.
The guy behind. Yep, bluff check. Enrique is correct. And the guy behind the other guard goes, "So both your mothers hated you. Shut the fuck up." Not bad. It passes, given that everyone is told to shush. The sergeant is heard to say, "I gotta come back after some freaks rip the roof off the richest neighborhood in our fucking block to find you fucking the cook on the main mess table. You're a goddamn animal." And then the two guards are giggling. And Blackout, you can make me a perception check at that desk. You're looking at old prison manifest paperwork. They currently have no prisoners, and they don't get a lot of prisoners here. You kind of flip through like 7 or 8 week-long log sheets, and there's just nothing. Occasionally some drunk noble who gets bailed out less than an hour or two later by his attorney. So they don't see a lot of action down here.
What's fucking?
The two guards both look at you at once. Roll bluff, Nomcath, you piece of shit. There's no
Wait,
fucking
how old
way.
is Nomcast supposed to be?
He's bluffing. But
Is
he
he-
buys bluff, so this should be fine.
Assuming I actually rolled decent. I mean, it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
plus 21, so.
They look at you in unison and then look at each other, and the one in the back goes, "God, are we hard up for recruits? Getting them right out of the fucking bassinet. Ridiculous."
Nomcath looks like he's about 15. So, yeah.
Yeesh.
Well, no. Like this, he looks like he's 15. He is
Yeah.
18.
Mm-hmm.
He is 18.
Oh, he's only 18, the character, really?
Character's
Oh, yeah.
young and looks and acts a little younger than he is, and then playing a human who's even younger.
Well, he kind of dropped the young act after a while.
Mm-hmm.
After not Oldbrand. Crap.
McGinnis? Eldrin?
Eldrin
Colin?
died.
Oh.
After Eldrin died, he kind of dropped the young
Yes,
act. I mean,
that-
he is
that
still young.
aged
He's
us
still
all.
a teenager. But
You guys dropped Baradur on your dead elf. It's amazing. Yeah, they look at each other and go, "Shut up, you fucking pimple farmer. We're trying to listen to a real good chewing."
he kind of just ducks his head sheepishly in mime zipping his mouth.
You hear a mild rebuttal in there, and you hear the sergeant go, "Sit down, shut the fuck up. Right there." And then it gets quiet in there for a little bit. These two are whispering back and forth. They're like, "He is going to be peeling potatoes for 6 months, I swear to God." What then, super spies?
Well, they're not wanting to talk much during this reaming out, so it's
Well,
kind
the,
of hard.
the
to-
reaming has paused,
Oh, okay.
and they
All
are
right,
sort of
beautiful.
chit-chatting a little bit, but they're whispering.
So the sergeant in there said something about the richest neighborhood getting torn up. What happened?
So, it's gotta be the wizards fighting each other. Who else could do it? But them, they ain't fought in years, but supposedly when they fight, they just tear whole neighborhoods down.
I didn't know they did that. I mean, they're our protectors, right?
Pfft, wizards? Wizards don't protect no one but their own wallets.
Blackout looks around conspiratorially and says,
That's
I heard Abernathy was caught fucking one of his robots.
Oh
you know what
my
you gotta
God.
do.
No, that's pure rumor. That's not a. You can make up anything you want.
But
It's pure
he
rumor.
didn't actually hear that though. He said, "I heard."
It doesn't matter. He's implying.
He has heard that rumor.
Oh, so he actually has heard that rumor. Okay.
That is a
No,
well-known rumor.
I will back him up there, Enrique. The rumor of Abernathy loving his gearsmen a little too much is a
All right.
thing.
Okay.
And these two, when you say that, they go, they like cover their mouths as they prevent themselves barely from bursting out in laughter.
Maybe the other wizards got tired of that embarrassment. Did what they should have done.
One of them points at you like, he's right. He's spitting the truth. And the other one makes a little, like, poking his finger through a hole made with his other hand. And goes
Montclair just kind of blinks cluelessly.
Yeah. They thought that was pretty funny.
You know, the other thing we heard one of like the really big wizards where he was working out of here. Is that true?
They're like, they look at you and look at the young kid and they're like, "Man, kid yourself over your head with this shit." Yeah, there was a fucking Technic League captain here for like a whole evening.
Ooh. What were they like? Who were they? What can you tell me about them?
The other one goes, "She's really quite pretty, you know. She's lovely in like a weird, terrifying sort of way. She was, I saw her go up to the upstairs office, and the captain came down and sat at the sergeant's desk the rest of the night. She basically took his office from him, and then she was gone. That was it."
I bet you the captain just gave it to her because he was being polite. You know, that's the kind of thing you do for people. You know, somebody comes in and you say, "Hey, you're coming here. You're big. Here, let me give you my place so you're nice and comfortable. I can go work somewhere else." My dad does that all the time.
It's like, boy, you do what a wizard says in this town, or they'll turn your dick into a pickle.
I hear they
Would
could
you-
do more than that. Those
Would
damn
you-
wizards scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, fuck them. Dangerous, all of them.
Do they scare Blackout?
No, he's specifically wizards.
Well, and is that a bluff?
You are trying to push it so hard.
Enrique,
I
the
mean,
fucking
You
RP
either have to
police. I've
admit
created a
that
monster.
You are afraid of wizards, or you lied.
Oh no! Hey, there is a healthy
There.
fear of in your prey. You know, if you don't have a healthy amount of fear about powerful prey, you're going to be overconfident and make a mistake.
See,
I'm
Nomcath
fine with that as
covering
long
for
as we
you.
establish he's a little bit afraid of wizards. That's okay too.
I rolled well enough.
Yep, 19.
Okay.
But no, I don't have a problem with his last couple statements. They're
Alright.
true enough. He either is afraid of wizards or he definitely has been at times in the past.
I know enough to know not to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Alright. Just didn't know he was so vulnerable. Right?
This just makes me want to play in Enrique's campaign. Just
No kidding.
straight as
Get
fuck
Royals
RP.
lawyered real hard.
I'll buy and bluff every level. Get fucked. I'm gonna be amazing at it. Skill focus. Okay. So, anything else you guys want to chat these two up about?
Trying to think of anything useful. So, they just don't. They don't have any idea who did the attack. They just think it's some of the wizards. No one specific. Yeah,
They
what
look
about
at
the
each
gang?
other and they look at Blackout and they get that conspiratorial nod again and they're like, well, I bet she knows. Well, I bet that wizard knows. She knows something. She ain't telling us.
She doesn't.
That's- oh, go ahead.
She doesn't come to a place like this if she doesn't know something.
One of them looks at the other one and he goes, I know why she came here. He nods very confidently.
Bullshit.
He says, yeah, it's because I've noticed over the past several months, our captain is spending triple the quartermaster's allotted budget because he likes extra fine, heavy paper.
Paper.
Ah,
That's it.
so she came here to use his office because she must have known he had the goods. He's got, it's like cardstock. You just smell it. It smells like a pine tree. Oh, it's beautiful.
What's a pine tree?
It's got this lovely set of pins with a little ink where you dip it in. Oh, God, it's just a sexy little experience. Jeez, I got to fill out a form with it one day.
You might be onto something there.
The other guy's looking over his shoulder at you, just shaking his head like, no, fuck, no.
Nomcat just has his head kind of tilted to the side and like a very confused.
Where the
I like
two
this guy.
the two Bobrins are connecting deeply on their conspiracy theories.
Do you know? I mean, do you know if the captain's gonna be like coming back? Do you think it was like a one-time thing, or like set up? Did she like? Is there like new patrols or something? I mean, I'm just maybe she's trying to involve you guys into whatever's going on. You know, that'd be an adventure, right?
They say the one in the back goes, Captain fucked off yesterday. Hasn't been back. Like she kicked him out of his office, and then he went and did something else. There's nobody up there. And you're not gonna. They point at the door. The guy goes, yeah, I don't think you're gonna get to the sergeant today. He's gonna rip this guy a new one for another half an hour at least. If you got extra shit, just bring it by. We'll sort it. We'll have a swap meet in the yard.
I'll tell you what, Boblin. Why don't we go up there and we take a look at that paper? I can leave a little note saying that we stopped by.
He looks at his buddy. Goes, I shouldn't.
Oh no! That's wrong. You really shouldn't do that. But he's trying to do that excited kid thing, like I really want to do that, but I'm trying to be good. You know, temptation of corrupting the innocent.
His the guy behind him, the other corporal, looks over his shoulder at you guys and kind of shrugs like, "What the fuck?" And he pats Corporal Bobbert on the shoulder. He goes, "Good, mate. I'll keep an eye here. If you hear me cough out in the yard, fucking get out of there."
Yeah, let's go.
corporal, in his heavy armor, incredibly gracefully, sneaks up the stairs, immediately trips over a spear leaning against the wall, knocks it down. Here's the sergeant through the wall. Clean that fucking shit up, you stupid apes! And the other corporal waves and goes, "It's fine, go. I got it. Fucking idiot."
We follow him up.
Okay. He comes out of the ground floor, says hello to the guy who's in the yard, and goes, yeah, these guys are bringing us some extra, extra underwear.
We had crossbow bolts, a couple of sheaths. There was a whole arbalist, man. That thing was huge.
Yeah, right. Arbalist, underwear, whatever. Same shit, different day. He says, follow me, boys. And he comes over here and goes up these stairs to the second floor, to the wall that they patrol. And let me get the party some tokens on this screen. Oh, some of you already have them because you ran up the stairs. Croctaw, Luna, Oberyn, and Ufrid. Here we go. Come on up to the upstairs area.
I'm laughing way too fucking hard right now, guys.
What?
I'm laughing way too hard.
This is a typical spy op for this group. This is as good as it goes, you know?
And the one guard, completely at the clubs.
Yeah, worse than Ulfred. He has a -3.
He walks you guys along the wall and waves to everybody else. And as he goes, the others look at him and they look at you guys slightly funny, and they look back at him and he goes, "Sergeant's really reaming him out. Oh, he's not going to be able to sit down for a month." And they have a giggle and he keeps walking.
I'm thinking about fucking whatever that is as I go by.
I go through here, and these two are having an argument describing, "Well, I saw that 4 blocks away there was a toilet bowl on the roof. Oh no, mate, 10 blocks away I saw a whole couch sitting on someone's roof." They're greatly exaggerating the Croctornado effect.
Plus the explosion afterward.
Yeah, that too. He walks along the walls, says hi to everybody in passing, comes in, and opens this outer door here, enters into the platform above the mess hall. And you can hear a lot of voices laughing and eating, drinking.
So, Nomcat is being chatty in that overenthusiastic kid kind of way.
Okay.
Okay. It's just, I'm gonna be remembered, but they'll remember. Oh, it was just stupid stupid greenhorn recruit.
And you guys pass through here and see a guy sharpening swords. And he's like, "What are you at, Bulbrin?" He's like, man, the sergeant's giving it to him down there. I just couldn't listen to it anymore. It's just, I don't appreciate foul language." He goes, "Shut the fuck up, you pussy bitch." They continue on.
I am also Bobrin.
Guy looks at you and goes, "No shit."
Rise the hell out of me.
Enrique, do we want a bluff check for that?
Yeah, clearly.
I did it just for you.
I know. I was waiting. I knew you wouldn't be able to resist.
I was like, he's trolling. Enrique's either just like, oh! He looks at you dubiously. He goes, "No fucking way."
On my mother's side?
I mean, that's the name he told me. That's the name he told me when I first met him. I don't know.
Bobrin pulls you into the hallway, shuts the door behind, and goes, "All right. The captain's office is right here. So, yeah, we're just gonna look at it and put it right back.
Okay,
Yeah, distract
sure.
him with some paper, and you can do whatever you want once you give that guy a piece of paper.
Yeah. The survey says Foundry has an item in the compendiums already for fancy paper.
Of course.
Doing it. Okay.
Let me guess. Your plan is you're going to distract him with the paper and let me ransack the place.
Yeah, I'm gonna accidentally knock over the bottle of ink onto the nice paper.
Mhm. Do you flash that plan to me in Drow sign?
Yeah, of course. I've been learning this for no reason.
Exactly. Trust me. When we got in here, I was going to do a distract him signal.
He fumbles with the door and bangs his shin guard on the door jamb as he walks in, making a big clang noise. He says, "Oh, shit. You guys see a lovely little office. Captain's office has a bookshelf, a bed, its own fireplace, a desk, a bearskin rug, chest of drawers." And Corporal Bobrin steps over to the desk, picks up a stack of unused paper in one of those little wooden boxes that holds paper. And just picks up a couple sheets, leans over, and
Blackhat's gonna grab the paper, do something similar, sniff it, and then he's gonna go to spread it across the table like you would spread money out, and then pump the inkwell.
nice. You're going to wait.
He wants to spill the
I
ink
want to
across the
spill the ink.
paper
Yeah.
to
Do you
try
buy-
and distract the guard to let me poke around real quick.
Do you buy sleight of hand at all?
No.
That it's a real risky bluff check.
Or dexterity.
Yeah, I would let you use dexterity. You could just do an ability check.
Great. I am much better at that.
Probably better, yeah.
Okay.
Not bad.
Now to cover me, when they went over there, I started like, oh, look at the size of this thing. Did he kill it himself? And petting the rug.
Why is his sense motive that high?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got
It's like,
insane
holy
all of a
hell.
sudden. I was like, how did you?
Oh,
this
he
place?
no, he has a he doesn't get all of that. Where is it?
I mean, I understand a certain paranoia in guards, but that's a little ridiculous.
He gets order black sovereign law.
Yeah, that's
Is that
what
the
he
one you
does.
wanna take out?
That's what he doesn't get. At the
Still
moment.
pretty good.
No, when he's administrating the law, he gets that. Like if you were having an argument about the laws of Starfall, he would get that bonus. And he does buy the Starfall guards buy like knowledge, local, and sense motive every level.
Yeah.
It's actually difficult to lie to. But he doesn't quite get it this time. He didn't quite see the spill, but he does sort of panic about it. He's like, shit. He starts cleaning it up. He's like, fuck, all right, we gotta get out of here. Get out.
Blackout's trying to blot it up. He's making it worse.
Oh my god. No.
I'll do a quick perception here to try and see if I can find anything that would be useful or interesting.
You feel a vibration in your backpack.
All right.
And as you move around the room, you
Yep.
feel it like tap tap.
Like,
And as
like-
you step to this side of the room, it goes tap tap tap.
okay, I start kind of going in that direction as quickly and as quietly as I can. Kind of
When
weaving a little
you
bit.
get into this corner of the room, it's like tap 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 tap.
Okay. And I'm quickly looking, see if I can find anything.
Okay.
Rolled a 39.
They are right next to you. Do you buy sleight of hand?
Yes, I did. Not a
Okay.
whole lot, but I have
Go
some.
ahead and roll it. Yeah, but you got a big dex bonus. If you bought it, you probably are right.
Oh, plus 14.
Well, Blackout has terrified him. He's created Corporal Bobrin's worst case scenario of both wasting the fine paper and potentially getting caught. So they are frantically cleaning it up. And you can see that Blackout is doing a probably, hopefully deliberately clumsy job of managing the crisis. And while that's happening, Namkath is like speed fondling the chair, the desk, under the drawers, in the drawers, the side of the drawers, the bricks next to the desk, and everywhere around until you find something stuck to the bottom of the chair.
I
And
don't even
you-
look at it. I just grab it and stuff it in the bag of holding.
Okay. As you stuff it in the bag of holding without looking too hard at it, but you're pretty sure it was a data pad.
Okay. No. Look. And he just grabs a like a rag out of his pocket. No, just wipe it up like this. God, can't you guys know how to
Perception
clean
check.
anything up?
Perception check, the two of you that are there.
Another perception.
Jeez.
Nice rolls, gang.
Yep.
2 and 8. Well, it's hard to miss, but you look up and you see a painting on the wall that is kind of creepy and reminds you of someone. I'll put it in chat for you. In fact, at first you wonder.
what?
You wonder if it is Eldrin, but then you look at it and the eyes are kind of wrong, the brow's kind of wrong, but it looks reminiscent of Eldrin. And it says, the rogue lord Califaso. Just
That's a
painting-
throwback.
Just a painting hanging on the wall.
This means nothing to me.
Yeah, Blackout you did not notice it. You're like, well, it's a fucking painting.
That was the lord that we got the party wagon from.
Yeah, he was like the vampire.
Well, no, the vampire was a female. We know that. So this must have been her victim.
I see.
Blackout, you and in your panic, both of the Bobrins managed to pocket some very fancy paper. I've put it in your inventory and in his. And he's like, "All right, we gotta go. Get out. Get the fuck out. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Come on.
So the rag that I was using to clean up, I
Mhm.
leave it on the chair.
Okay.
So yes, and with the chair tucked in. So I'm hoping that the captain sits on it, gets ink in his pants, and
Oh
then
my.
investigates.
Oh my. Well, Bobrin takes you guys this way. He says, "Come on, this way might be faster. God, I'd never come up here." He leads you down to the southwest tower, where he sees a couple more guys. "Hey, Bobrin, what are you doing? In there whacking off looking at paper again, you fucking animal." And he continues on to the southwest tower.
That Bobrin sure does like paper.
He does. He's a big fan of paper. And you guys head down the stairs with your dear buddy Bobrin. And this time you're going to come out. Let's see, where is it?
Same
Yeah,
place we came up.
pretty much, yeah. And yeah, let me pull the party back to the ground floor. There you go. There's 2 Nomcats for some reason. We'll just get rid of one.
My twin, no.
I just thought of the Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, pointing at each other. They just start pointing. All right, Bobrin's like, "All right, get out. Go on now."
Bye, thank you.
And then he says loud enough for the other guards to hear, "All right, have a lovely evening, you chaps. No, we don't need any crossbow bolts. Fuck."
All right, we'll let him know.
So I'm going to go catch the tail end of an ass ripping.
Accidentally close the door trying to go across.
Just slams the gate in your own face. Ah. Okay.
Bobrin is so screwed.
Yeah.
They're going to know who
left
did it.
I left the dirty rag on the captain's chair.
Well, of everyone that works there, he will be a prime suspect for sure.
Once we get out of general earshot, I got a data pad, so we may be able to get more info.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Guess it wasn't for nothing after all.
We'll see. I mean, who knows what's on it? For all we know, it could be, just supply manifest.
Wizard porn.
Yeah. Wizard porn. Perfect.
Trying to imagine
Already-
what that would look like.
We've already had one of those.
You don't have to. You can just Google it.
Like real wizard porn, not
Oh.
I dare you to go type that in.
Oh,
real.
dear God.
With or without the real. Just wizard porn or real wizard porn.
Sorry, let's bounce back to the city map. Here we go. Here comes everybody. Okay. So, you escape District B13 with some stolen paper and other items. What next?
Well, we'll catch up with the rest of the party. Probably away from back in the alley or something.
Okay. You guys collect yourselves down the street from the Dusty Burrito Shack.
Are we in a place that seems to be protected so we can talk openly, or
I think so.
okay?
Fruitful or nay?
So at least the regular people don't have a clue of what caused the destruction, so that's good news there. They think it's just a wizard battle kind of thing. The captain was there, definitely confirmed, was there for probably about half a day, worked in the captain's office. I did acquire a data pad that I'll check out when we're someplace a little bit safer.
Okay. Okay, so you want to do some more scouting or retreat and see what info we gathered?
I say retreat for now.
Okay.
Agreed. I got lucky. I tried lying so many times.
Yeah, for some reason you were compelled to test yourself on your lying abilities.
I'll be honest, he did pretty good. And strangest, most difficult thing was the name the name I came up with on a fly. Apparently, one of the other guys there was the exact same name. which
Yeah, what
was
are the
really
odds?
weird.
That doesn't.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you have some latent psychic abilities.
Yeah, or just a shitty GM, some Deus Ex Namia. I think I just threw you guys outside the city walls on accident. Okay, not quite. So, how will we return, because I'm always going to care, how we come and go from the Slay and Pipe Factory and the sewer
New
sanctum beneath it?
New disguises, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Probably a good idea, and we'll pick a different direction and find another way in. Go down through the sewers, a couple of blocks out.
If we're just, I can take a few people with me windwalk if we're just going back to rest for the day.
Okay.
Yeah, we can do it that way too.
I only prepared one, so I can take, let me see, how many is that?
Let's have a party stealth check to see how we do. This is already taking into account the fact that you have Kroktaw, Blackout, and Nomcath looking out for you, scouting, watching, picking a good time.
43.
Ulbrin 3. Ulfred
Again?
7.
Can
which
I
goes
Take
to a
Ulfred
4.
with me and windwalk.
Yeah, I think it would be if Krokta said I'd go windwalk, I would be shoving Ulfred in your direction.
Yeah, so I can
Or
take.
trying to. He probably wouldn't even rock, even if I was like, Nomcat's that cartoon, hands out, feet kind of scraping against the floor, not moving an inch.
Yeah, I can take 4 people with me. So That
Okay.
and Alfred.
You noticed when you guys were in the alleyway meeting and you were like, all right, we're going to quietly walk out of the alleyway and get back in our neighborhood. Alfred tripped over a bag of apparently broken glass and just absolutely shattered it and made an amazing amount of noise. Several people from across the street looked but couldn't see what was going on in the alley. So that's when you decided to wind walk him.
I also push Olbrin in your direction too.
What?
Yes,
Olbrin
Luna
comes-
went-
Olbrin's 11.
Hey,
does he-
hey, it's better than average.
So that Alfred has company, so it's not just him and
Yeah.
Crocodile, you know?
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay, yeah. Alfred's my buddy.
Okay. So,
Does Luna
disguise
want in the
others,
Windwalk, or-
airwalks. Yeah, you can probably take Luna too. She did fine, but it'll just take any jeopardy out of it if you take all the heavies.
Yep.
Okay, let's see. Where is our beautiful sewer sanctum map? Oh, it's so beautiful. You guys return down into your mage's sanctum. Step over those lovely glowing runes that you guys wrote on the sewer floor here. Return to your deployed bedrolls, and you've got a table with some food and snacks and paper and note-taking stuff, although not nearly as fancy paper as some of you now have. You return to base, such as it is. Thinking of Hearsix sleeping in luxurious abandoned houses while you sleep down here in the fortified hidden sewer.
All right, let's see what I got in this thing, and I'll pull the tablet out, and
Okay. I think it's unidentified, so it's just going to be called device in your backpack. When you push the button on it, you just see a picture of what's vaguely shaped like a lock.
Encrypted.
well, the funny thing is, I have something for that. Been carrying it for a while. Where is it? Which one's the better one? The red one. Okay. I know I have a red
Oh,
one here.
are you gonna e-pick?
Yes, I am.
Hell yeah. Give it the good stuff. Do you have a red one or just the green one?
I thought I had a red one. Yeah, I do have a red one. I had two of them.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
I
keeping them
remade
both.
one of them as consumable, one of them is gear. Yeah, they should
Yeah.
be consumable. So yeah, just use the
Okay.
red one. Okay, go ahead and roll your disable check. Blackout, you buy knowledge engineering, right?
I do.
Roll it for me. Damn, did you put in the +5?
No, I didn't.
Fuck.
I basically plugged ePick in and it opens before I do anything, right?
Blackout, you have seen a data pad before. Technically, Scott, you might have even used one. And I'm not sure how to unlock one. If it's locked, you probably never had to face that. But you have also seen an e-pick before. They're super rare and very useful. And Nomkath just pulls one out, plugs it into the data socket on the bottom of this little data tablet, cranks it up, and within 15 or 20 seconds, you see that little lock disappear from the screen. And let me find this in your inventory again.
The wizards would kill you for that.
Yes, they would. Yes, they
Wizards would
very
kill
much
me for a lot of stuff I'm carrying.
That's fair, but especially that.
Like I said, the wizards would kill me for a lot of stuff I'm carrying.
Okay. You take a
I
look at it.
consider I consider that pretty minor. Alright, where is it in my whole list of things here?
It is now called Nalki's Datapad.
There it goes. Got it. There we go. Ooh, Social network chart.
Do you wish to share it with the whole group?
Yes, of course I would.
Okay. Not of course you would. I mean, there's some things you might not want these goofballs to see.
Well, not that the ones I don't let them see are the ones that are the account codes and pins for his online accounts. So
Yeah,
I can
don't-
drain his accounts.
Do not take that fancy paper, write your password on it, and stick it to your tablet. That would be
So
dumb.
while we're going over these fancy charts, Loon just pulls out a bag of chips and starts eating them.
If it's not your thing, that's fine. Oh, you got some Everkeeps. Very nice.
I got a couple of them.
Ugh. They're so delicious once you get used to it.
She's also gonna buy more if she ever can.
Yeah, there's lots of places. There's a couple places in town that sell them at least. Okay, so you guys are looking at a social network chart, which basically looks like someone made a couple thousand dots and then made several thousand lines connecting them all. Most of them are blue or black or gray, and then some of them are red. And there's a big red blob in the center of this cloud of dots and lines. And the data indicates that this is a social network chart with the names redacted. In fact, all the little dots around the perimeter of this blob of bullshit say redacted. There is one huge red blob in the center where all the red lines connect to one point that is labeled Killer Potato. Then there are a series of log files, Pentest 8.6, which says redacted, data zeroed, Pentest 8.5, same thing, 8.7, redacted, data zeroed, and then Pentest 8.8 says new parameters loaded, recompiled, see chart. Summary, nearing major event, Numerian civilization collapse likely, see user notes. And
You said
then
it's
there's extensive bit of user notes in here. Namkath, would you care to share the notes with the party?
Yeah, I would share the notes.
Well, would you read them out for
sorry,
Josh
I got
and
you.
for Luna, who's also not computer savvy?
Osman is dismantling both the TL and Starfall piece by piece, preparing for some huge plan or event. Hereafter we'll call it the Potato. Money, equipment, magical artifacts, even the TL staff, Scylla for example, are disappearing and likely being used for further Potato agenda. Gartone is with OZ, I assume Osman, but does not understand or even know about the Potato. Loyalty to OZ 90%. Scylla is likely involved in the Potato. Loyalty to Z 100%. Grin is an asshole, may or may not know about the Potato. Loyalty to OZ 80%. Kratos is loyalty to self 1000%. May have his own potato baking. Declinder.
Sturklinder.
Clinder appears to be selling assets, preparing to leave. Loyalty to OZ low. Gives zero shits about potato. Arkaden concerned about weakening Starfall to stuff the potato. Loyalty to OZ 40%. Elias openly critical of visible resource depletion due to potato. Loyalty to OZ 20%. Abernathy deceased, recompute. Shade deceased, recompute. Run mspaint.exe, and then there's a picture of a spud with an angry face and arms and legs holding a bloody hatchet, and it says Killer Potato, whatever this is.
I could go for some potatoes right now.
That is Ulfred's honest reaction to that
Somebody
ridiculous.
hands over a bag of potato chips.
Luna, that seems to be what they've drawn from the weird computer. Is hunger.
so potato. Should I commune with nature and ask them where this potato is?
I think that's just a code name to kind of obfuscate things.
Hereafter called the potato.
What do you think it's code for?
Some sort of big project? He kind of hesitates, looks over to Blackout, and then kind of grits his teeth a little bit. Maybe Unity involved?
Does that ring a bell?
For you, no. The gobbling up of resources, you've heard your boss offhandedly mention. Of course there's nothing in the fucking vault. Osmond took it all somewhere. Of course we're low on supplies for this. Of course we don't have anybody staffing the blah blah blah. You've heard her kind of offhandedly mention that the Technic League resources are all going somewhere, but she doesn't know where. She does not know about the potato. And she's curiously absent from that list.
Do we want to, I mean, if Osmond is taking apart Technic League and Starfall, do we want to help the potato? Isn't that our goal too?
Probably not.
Why not?
The
the
party
potato
knows
is
probably what the
probably
potato
worse.
is. Yeah. The party does. Blackout does not yet savvy the potato.
Yeah, because like I said, whatever this potato is, it's probably something to do with Unity. A project.
I don't know if Blackout's heard that term before.
Unity?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they maybe have some kind of secret organization. They're trying to unify under one leader.
Nah, it's something bigger than that.
Okay. They're overthrowing the Black Sovereign? What?
I'll put it to you this way, and this is about as far as I'm going to go into it for right now. You know how badass the Technic League is and how they're in control and everything, right?
Yeah, old Maria knows that.
They're pawns. Small pawns.
You can feel him, quietly judging you and kind of...
And
You've lost it.
So it's been a whole day. To be fair, it's been a whole day of listening to conspiracy theories for Blackout.
Nomcath bullshitting everything. But the difference is, you know, I think Nomcath is just kind of like a generally cheerful kind of person. Not perky, but, you know, his tail would kind of be flipping and doing things and all that sort of stuff. And when he says that, he's like, his body language is dead still. He's serious.
I believe that you believe that.
Yeah, well, Unity is the whole reason why the Gearsmen don't obey the Technic League, because they don't work for the Technic League. They're under Unity's control.
Krokta's like torn. She wants to talk more about it, but she just keeps looking over at Blackout and decides not to. Basically.
What, guys? Come on, just let's be open and honest.
I don't like you, for starters.
There's open honesty.
There you go, open and honest.
But I guess you haven't fucked up yet, so you can stay.
Well, you know, you met one druid, you met them all.
Ooh, that's not true at all.
No, you haven't.
Earth and Daughter hasn't convinced me otherwise, but...
Yeah, we've met the Earthen Daughters, and as annoying as Krokta gets about some things, he's hell of a lot better than them. Although
not.
there is rumors of a chipmunk revolution back in the Scar of the Spider. He looks over at Krokta.
That was Mad Peter, but honestly, the
Whoa,
Earthen
bluff
Daughter-
check. Whoa, bluff check. Whoa, back up, motherfucker.
At penalty because we were there.
Alright.
You've been chasing Tracy around the classroom with a yardstick. Oh, you know he's lying. That was not Mad Peter. You don't even know who Mad Peter is, Blackout, but you know Krokta just blamed some other druid for some shit she did.
Oh, that's bollocks. Mad Peter's a good bloke.
That's true. There it is.
Alright. You got me. But Earthen Daughter, I will say this. As far as I know, they are not druids. shamans, they're wild shapers or whatever, shapeshifters, but I haven't met a single druid there. Which may explain why they're not quite as cool.
Nature magic bullshit. It's all the same.
Ooh.
I mean, you could say the same thing about
Cold
clerical
here.
magic, but I have definitely seen some huge difference between what Ulfrid has done and what those Hellion clerics did.
That's gods. You know, they're all crazy.
I like that, like the parties or that Nomcast defending me, even though it's all sorry because Crocta was just blatantly an asshole to Blackout when he said, "Let's be honest."
Well, I mean, Nomcast thinks Crocta is annoying, but she's very alien, and he's trying to be somewhat
I appreciate it.
understanding of cultural differences. But you know, he's definitely let you know when you've crossed the line. It's like, no, don't do this shit.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Anyway, that's all she'll say. If Blackout said, "Let's be honest," she just said, "I don't like you."
Look, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of really heavy stuff that we've been working on for months now, and it feels like it's starting to come to a head. And I think whatever this potato is part of that. So we need to take out the Technic League. We need to break them, and then we need to find out whatever this potato is and probably stop that.
Potato. For Pete's sakes, Toby.
Shut up, Josh.
It's in the module. He can show us the page later, right?
Oh. It might be time for a GM bluff check.
So we're trying to stop the killer potato. All right.
Made it. Yeah, it's totally in there.
Yeah, minus 38 because I know you use potato for all kinds of things.
Even Nomcast knows you're BSing.
Look, I may have rewritten Nalki and a few other key characters because they were boring before. Now they're a little more interesting.
Well, that's what a good GM does, right?
I expanded the lore, yes.
Expanded the lore.
Did I nickname the major villain of the entire adventure path a potato? Maybe I did. Maybe I did.
I mean, it pretty much is a potato.
I agree. When I look at it, I think potato.
So is this, so now Unity's a cousin to GLaDOS?
Kind of. Aren't
You know,
they?
Portal 2, with the Portal 2
Yeah.
when she was stuck into a potato?
Aren't they? Evil AIs, you know? Evil monsters.
Crocta will look at Blackout and say, you know, if you could do something to prove your trustworthiness to me, maybe I'll tell you something, but so far you're just a mercenary like Hirsic. I'm just waiting for the moment that you fuck us over. And then I will kill you.
I would give you a sense motive check, Crocta. And anybody else who buys it.
By what? That she'll
Sense motive.
kill him?
No,
Oh,
the
no.
skill sense motive. Anybody that's
Oh,
practiced.
buys sense motive. Okay.
Yeah, I think she actually has ranks in it. Yeah, 26. Crocta, he's...
Not too
and
good this
Luna's good at it too. Yeah, Luna and Crocta, you both... Luna, you've been away from the city for a while, so some of this was news to you, some of it wasn't, about the different TL captains. You never paid that much attention to them before. But Blackout, the information that Blackout and his boss had been giving you is largely corroborated by this tablet.
That's fine. I think he's giving us accurate information, but he did say, I'm pretty sure, to us that, like, you know, I'm a mercenary, I go where the money is type of thing, right?
Yeah. That sounds like something he'd said. I don't know.
I thought he talked like that one of these times. So I think she believes he's helping us right now, but just not like full trust.
Yeah. I understand. I get you. I can respect that mentality a little bit. I mean, my family's a little bit that way too. We kind of go where our wagons kind of go wherever the money kind of takes us and the road takes us. So I can get with it a little bit, but I also understand why you don't trust him, and I don't trust him fully either. You all know that. I mean, the fact that he's keeping Cassandra Lee hidden from Blackout proves that Nomcath doesn't trust him fully.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to share our spud with him, right?
Yep.
Hold up, you guys have the spot?
Oh yeah, you saw you saw our cooking pack, right? Potatoes travel well.
No. I know what you're talking about. Whatever that data pet was talking about. There are 2 spuds in this town.
If you by spud you mean plan to take down the Black Sovereign and unify Starfall, then yeah. She's gonna bluff again.
Roll it. Roll it. We have established this is a no wiggle room situation. If you tell a lie, you must bluff with your 9. Yeah. Blackout, she's full of shit. She's squirming on the spud point.
I think it's time that we're open and honest about these things.
All right. Fine. You want to be open and honest? Let's put it this way. Krokta, since you were so observant to him earlier, I'm gonna put this question to you. If we make him swear an oath, a binding oath, to keep our secrets, how trustworthy do you think he would be?
Not very. I think we need to promise him money, most likely. That's probably the only thing he'll listen to.
Then you don't know me.
I don't. That's why I don't like you.
The problem is, and he plucks up the e-pick and kind of twiddles it around in his fingers in that very dexterous way that people who work with their hands do. You think this is dangerous? This is minor. And then he just kind of flicks his hand and it disappears. There's a lot of way to think of the things you don't know. That's the reason why we have problems trusting.
Don't trust me, but you trust the psychotic druid over there. Knocked down half a block.
Because at least the druid was there when we found out half of this shit. You know, she understands the stakes. She understands what's going on.
You want to talk about stakes? I've shown all of you my face.
You know what? Just out of character here for a second. Did Krokta ever meet Longchamber? No, right?
Probably not.
Oh man.
No, I don't think we did because we never.
I was gonna
got
say if we can like get Blackout to like trip out Longdreamer, and, like come to Jesus moment or whatever, like have a out of body experience, and maybe he'd like be trustworthy and cool.
All right, you know what?
Have some good shit.
I've got an idea. I have an idea. We can try. I think we can do kind of a middle ground. Let me go talk to my contact. All right, one moment. And
I mean, it's gotta be obvious that it's like something you're just carrying around with you.
well, he's seen me talk to something in my backpack before. I didn't hide that much up, but I'm trying to keep it as little as possible. And it's like, as I go away, keep him here. Don't let him out of your sight. I'll be back in 5 minutes. And I'll go around the corner, and I will plug myself into Cassandra Lee's pad.
Okay. Blackout,
All right.
are you following this time?
Blackout.
God.
Let's do a language review. Here's how you do more complex signs. Draw a sign.
Here's
Here we go.
fuck.
Ready?
Here's you.
Look at
Here's
the distraction play.
Here's how you say Bobryn.
Oh, you spell it out for him. Bobryn.
All right, so
Did you
Also, I
update
put-
Bobryn? You
What?
changed the spelling of Starfall, Lom and Bobryn. Is that a lie?
I may have given him his own permanent actor, yeah. So
The
that
bad
he
guy.
could be a recurring character since you guys seem to like him so much.
Apparently, he's
I do.
eating some devil death.
Yeah, he's over at Slotbag telling the help staff about his potato conspiracy because there's 2 potatoes in each serving of double death bomb chili. There's a slot bag. Bags don't come with slots, so it must be a slot full of bags, which is a reversal, sort of like the twin potato theory.
Twin potatoes is an inside job.
Yeah,
All right.
Bush did
If-
twin potatoes.
If anyone loses
Twin
focus,
towers, twin
even a
potatoes?
minute, I'm going invisible.
They're
Well,
pretty
I mean-
focused on you after the last time.
I'm
You can
just
try to distract me if you want.
keeping an eye out. Seeing if they lose focus.
I'm
So,
looking
like I
right
said,
at you, signing,
plug in-
signing stuff.
I plug in. All right,
Alfred
really fast.
screams, "Gravy can't melt cheese curds. Wake up, sheeple."
That's true.
Blackout,
I mean,
just
how
sit
would
here and
Gravy
marinate
melt it?
in what you have signed yourself up with here.
So, all right, Cassandra, we're gonna have to extend a little bit of trust to Blackout, and we're gonna get just in things. So, I would like for you to lie a little bit. Don't admit you're an AI. We don't admit what this core is. You are reaching to us from another place through a virtual connection, which is not a falsehood. It's just a redirection of the truth. You understand?
She says, "So I'm gonna lie, but you guys have been fighting about lying all day."
We're doing it to protect you, so that he doesn't.
It's fine. I buy bluff. Unlike you guys, I'm fucking awesome at it.
I buy plenty of bluff.
Well, some of these people, it's their first day.
Yeah, I know. I know there's sheeple, but you know, if it wasn't for them, my family wouldn't make any money.
Okay, so I'm far away, but where am I?
Just say you're in a tower, a secure tower somewhere.
In a secure tower. That's what am I, Rapunzel?
What?
Nothing.
All right.
It's fine.
Feel free, make it up if you want, but it's got to be, the problem is, we don't want him getting any idea of where you quote unquote might be.
Okay, I'm on it. I got it. I got this.
Okay, and also remember, you haven't been around here, you haven't seen the place in like 500 years, so
What
trying to go
place?
Numeria in general.
Oh, I haven't been here. Okay.
Well, no, I'm saying you, Cassandra, the real you. You've been kind of hidden, and the world's changed in
Oh.
500 years.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying is, if you try and say, "Oh yeah, I'm here," and that village doesn't exist anymore, so just kind of be
Yeah.
careful about your details.
Okay. No details. Got it.
Yeah, for security purposes. All right, and I'm gonna put him in the VR on a helmet, and I'll let him meet you. And we're being a little bit vague about Unity, just that he's a threat and he controls the Technic League. All right.
Okay.
All
Right.
Thank you.
I'm gonna, before Nomkath comes back, I'm just gonna ask Blackout if there's a chance during his sign language lesson. I don't know how intensely you guys are in that though.
You can join in. You can sign. You can
Yeah.
sign. I hate you. I don't like you.
No, yeah, I'm just gonna ask him how much does your current boss pay you?
Do it in the sign language. Make it part of the lesson.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll sign back. They don't have to pay me.
I do
Yeah,
this
I'm-
shit for free.
I owe them
Oh, how much do you owe them?
everything.
Just your boss is all you owe. The only one you owe. Excuse me.
Yes. Everyone else has to pay.
I see.
All right.
I was hoping I could pay for your loyalty, but I guess I see you'll never be loyal to us over her. Or him. Whatever your boss is.
Okay.
All right, Blackout.
Nomcath comes back.
Time to change helmets. And from my bag, I pull out a VR helmet.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
What are you doing, Nomcat?
I gotta have a fix real quick.
I'm going to introduce him to our contact.
Oh,
She's agreed.
God. This, Blackout, you better watch out. I mean, that thing might make you go comatose. It's dangerous.
We'll be fine.
Bluff check.
I
Keep an
don't
eye on
think it is.
I mean, I can understand. I can do it with my powerful druid mind, but I don't know.
What?
You might need to be careful.
Crocta, I did this months before you even showed up. I was the first one to
Whoa.
put this
Whoa.
damn helmet on specifically. I was the first one to put on.
Okay, yeah, well, maybe. Still, I just don't know, you know.
Your
Back out
helmet.
here.
He pulls out the other one. This one's your helmet. He's not using your helmet. The settings aren't going to change.
Alright. Yeah, I don't want it to smell like drow.
All right.
Hey.
So
What?
Sorry, Aldrin.
Wow.
All right, so you're gonna take that helmet off and you're gonna have to put this one on, and as you can see, you won't be able to see anything, and everything's gonna be pretty muffled until we hook you up. So it'll be a couple of minutes once I get that put on. All right?
Yeah, no problem.
Alright.
I can see how this would work. Yeah.
All right, here you go. Hands the helmet over to him.
Yeah, he'll slap it on.
All right.
Okay.
Then
You
I sit
guys
I
are
sit-
entering into VR.
Yep. Me and him, because I do have that one split cable. So
Okay.
I plug into Cassandra Lee in the bag, then into him in the helmet, and then into me, into my new data jack.
Okay. And Blackout, you don't have a data jack, so you're using the helmet.
Yep, VR helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if he had a data jack, I would slap the helmet on him because I don't want him seeing me hooking him up.
Okay. And Blackout, you're okay with this? You're trusting them to put you in this helmet? You may have seen one of these before. You could have a knowledge engineering check to know what it does before he tries it.
I rolled. I
Oh,
got
did
a
you?
35.
Yeah, you totally know what it is. He's seen this tech
Yeah.
before. He doesn't own one, but... Okay. Well, you guys load into VR, and you immediately hear a familiar sound if you're Blackout. And you load into the virtual world of flying over an imaginary city, riding on a gigantic potato.
What?
Okay.
And you hear a voice echoing from the potato, Blackout.
I am the great potato from beyond all time.
Cassandra Lee.
Yes.
All right, it's hamming it up a little too much.
You recognize the music. You don't recognize the voice speaking to you from the giant potato.
I guess he will reach for his stun baton.
You want to stun the potato?
Of course, yeah.
Please don't. She'll kick you out, and you'll get a headache.
You stun the. Did you want to stun the potato with your baton?
Yeah, I'm just
Okay.
looking. I guess I'm not seeing it under my attacks.
Oh, is it under inventory? Yeah, just click it from inventory. Damn! You go to town on that potato. You hear.
Stop resisting!
Oh my god. You hear the potato giggling. And it says,
Tiny man, you cannot possibly harm the divine potato. I am a fifth dimensional vegetable from the nether realm. I am a
Technically, potatoes are
starch.
tubers.
I am a protein. I am a complex carbohydrate.
Technically, a starch is a complex carbohydrate, so you're repeating
Do
yourself.
not talk over the divine potato.
Potatoes are tubers, not vegetables.
You go fuck yourself.
All right, so she's apparently in a playful mood. This is my contact. This is the one that's been getting me information on some of the Technic stuff and the Gearsman. She wasn't a potato yesterday.
Like how ridiculous Nomcat looks now. Like, this is a big secret I've been keeping from you. I talked to a potato in my bag.
I thought the potato was more metaphorical, but
Josh, just so you know, I have pulled in an ultra high resolution image of a potato and replaced it in Cassandali's virtual world.
Oh my god.
There's just a
And-
huge potato flying over an endless cyberpunk city.
Just to be fair, this potato on the scale is 70 feet long by 50 feet wide.
Those are accurate measurements.
That's a big potato. We can make a lot of fries with that one.
No kidding. It's a lot of bacon.
And what makes it more funny is the little red HAL observer token. It's right there. So it does. It looks like an overbloated GLaDOS from, like if GLaDOS had been plugged into a giant potato as opposed to that little one in Portal
Yeah.
2.
Uh-huh.
This potato represents the normal psychokinetic energy of New York City. It's over 70 feet long and 1,200 pounds.
So yes,
Big potato.
this was who I was talking to the other day when you found me looking in my bag. She's not here. We can speak to her through kind of a virtual connection like this, and she can give us not like, well, in some things she can give us immediate information, and other things she can't. And she helps us out as we can. And we're helping her deal with Unity.
okay, your own personal hacker.
And some other stuff, yeah. Hacker, expert, a lot of stuff, really. Friend, honestly.
A friend that you can't meet in person.
Not really. But, doesn't mean you can't still be a friend. You can still talk to him. I talk to her all the time.
What makes her so special that she has to stay out of the shit?
That's stuff I really don't want to get into.
I don't
It has
trust
to-
I don't trust anyone I can't look in the eye.
Well, I mean, when she's finished being a potato, she usually has a face, so you can look her in the
Potatoes
eye.
have eyes. Potatoes have eyes.
The eye of the potato.
All right, look, we'll go this much. Obviously, you know about androids, right?
Yeah.
You know how they have this weird thing when they die, the body will just lay there for a while, and then all of a sudden it'll get up and it'll be a brand new android.
Not really.
It's a weird thing since androids don't get birthed; their bodies just get reused. I mean, it's not like an instantaneous thing. It's not like a zombie android or something like that. It's like years or decades down the line, and all of a sudden, boom! There's a new soul in the body, and then you got a new android, completely new personality, all that sort of stuff.
Huh. Pretty
Cassandra
well
Lee,
informed.
I've been doing a lot of studying about stuff in the last few months, 6 months or so. A lot of weird
Oh.
shit.
How friendly are you with your robots?
Whoa.
Not
careful.
that friendly.
Careful.
Remember, I'm the one that got away from the fembots.
Because I helped you. You're welcome.
No, you were not. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were. You did help. You gave me the invis.
Kneel and face the wall, lover.
Not now, Cassandra Lee.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, I know. You're replaying memories. So, Anyways,
Sure. Croctaw can come into the VR if you
Yeah,
hook in. Nomcut's
cool.
kind of out of it. He seems,
Yeah, I would just
even
pop
though
on
he's
the
in
helmet.
VR, you can sort of see by the way he's sort of like flinching and his fingers are wiggling that he's stressed.
Can
Anyways.
I? Do they notice me coming into VR?
They will see you step in, yes.
Okay.
Okay, you put your helmet on too. All right, fine.
Yeah, I just wanted to watch you guys.
Flail, yeah.
Oh, you're
Welcome to the
flailing?
potato.
This is our Spud.
Wasn't my choice. She made the choice.
I like it.
Anyways, she used to have an android body.
Don't remind me of that, please.
I'm not. I'm telling Blackout.
Okay, what kind of body does she have now?
Potato.
Don't really know.
She's inside of a potato.
No, she's just doing
I
that.
am the potato.
She's really great though. She's really powerful. You should like her.
Hey, Toby,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take off.
Okay.
My computer's getting a little overheated.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, don't melt your computer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, take off, and try and fix this because this is getting annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want your computer to be like a hot potato.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a brand new fucking computer too.
Stupid thing.
Jeez.
But then
Stupid
again,
thing.
it's been hot lately, and I guess these fans are getting overworked.
Mm-hmm.
There's something else also. Make sure that the CPU cooling fan is latched down completely. I moved when I moved my computer one time. Of course, mind you, I was moving cross country. It got a little rough, and one of the clips popped off, and my computer started overheating down the line. So
That
check
would
it
be-
out real quick.
Fix that.
Okay.
Well, good luck
Random
fixing
thought
it,
I
sir.
had.
Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna be adding another fan or two. I've got room in this fucking thing. It's
Alright.
fucking massive.
Okay. Good luck with it, sir. We'll see you next time.
Yep.
Okay. Back to the Potato Chronicles.
So yeah, it's Blackout. This is kind of like confused, right, and not really understanding what the hell's going on still. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I will say, Blackout, this potato's really, really strong, and I actually thought of a way that she could help me trust you, maybe. If
What
you're
would that be?
interested. If Blackout's interested, I think Croctail would trust him if he and we don't have to do it immediately, but at some point, participated in one of her Kassath VR fantasies, and I got him to live in a tribe with me for a week while hunting with Kasathan people. That's her conditions to let shit go, is he has to come be a tribesman for a little bit.
I mean, all right. A hunting trip could be fun.
Yeah, time passes quickly. I mean, you can be in here for a little bit, but outside it'll only be a few minutes, right? Isn't that how it works, Toby?
Yeah. Time can pass very differently in here.
Just
Okay.
watch out for the ritual of the talking stick. Do not violate the ritual of the talking stick.
Man, you guys remember when Takala fucking threw it off in the jungle?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Don't throw the talking stick.
Holy fuck. That was a cultural moment.
All right, but I'm not eating deer shit. I just gotta...
Well, no, of course not. Deer is a local animal. They have different animals there.
Yeah, they have more legs, but same amount of shit.
Your flight over the city ceases, and you are transported into the desert. It is a cool evening. You see a million stars that look very unfamiliar to you slowly rolling overhead. There's a gentle breeze, and you're sitting around a fire that's keeping you warm, but the air is cool and refreshing. And you're just at a campsite on a big flat area surrounded by rolling seas of dunes in every direction you look.
You've really done some work. I haven't checked this out in a while because letting you have your privacy. But damn, this is good.
Yeah. So
Probably
this
the
potato
biggest change is the
created this-
wildlife. There's little sand lizards crawling through the sand. You can see sort of some other flying creatures in the distance. It's gotten a lot more detailed.
So yeah, Blackout, this is why I didn't want you to know about the potato here, because you see this world here, it's the only way it exists right now, is in through this potato, and it's very dear to me. So I think
Even the potatoes on the on the screen.
yeah, but I think though I have a hard time imagining anyone that could spend time here and not fall in love with it too. So if you spent like a week here with me, I think you'll see why I want to protect it so much. Hopefully, and then maybe
But
I can ease up on you.
this isn't real, right?
No, it's a virtual world, but
Mm.
it's tied into the whole thing that lets us talk to Cassandali.
Well, what's real anyway, right? I mean,
Oh man, Crocto's around the bend. I love it.
you have dreams before?
Yeah, also not real.
Do you? I guess, yeah.
Well, here, let me put it
Still.
to you. Let me put it to you this way. And Nomcath leans forward, like he's gonna say something, and then he just lashes out really quick and aims for like a part on where some skin is showing on an arm or something like that, purposely to cut him so that Blackout will feel the pain. Just like little, cat scratch type of thing.
Okay. You see
Try
a 7-foot geyser of blood shoot up into the sky. He starts arterial bleeding to death immediately.
Cassandali.
Potato. Okay, sorry.
It's
As
real.
I'm trying to show, I figured I'd show you the easiest way. This place feels real.
Yeah, I mean, I would say honestly, it's more real to me than where I've been interacting with you.
Well, those of you, I mean, that's all of you except Olberin kind of have grown up in a desert, and you can feel the difference if you just touch the sand here. Just the sand grain is like a different gauge or something. It has a different texture. This is sand from Kasath pulled from a mixture of Krokta and Isuma's memories of their homeworld. So it looks like a sand dune. It is a dry environment. It's really similar to Numeria, but it's different enough that you know you're in another world. And the detail level is so high now that you're sure that it's not just a made up thing. It really is sort of telling a story of another place.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if you're gonna really press me on it, Blackout, I know it's not real, but the meaning behind this is just as real as anything else you've encountered. The stories of my people and of the world I came from, it has just as much value as anything else you've experienced. Even though it might be a simulation, it feels real, feels really real. But yeah, I know deep down it's just a fake copy.
But it's home, and I get that, Krokta.
Yeah, it's better than, to me at least, better than
Better than
out
Starfall,
there.
at least.
Yeah, better than out there. But yeah, this is because of the potato. That's how powerful this potato is. With the help of my memories and someone else like me, created this whole world that we can interact in and go around.
I could see that this takes a lot of processing power. But honestly, the things that it can do out there, the hacking into the robots and whatever, that's power. This, and he picks up some of the fake sand and drops it. This is sad.
But here's the other thing is, you are a hunter of sorts. You look for things that are different. You look for things that stand out. And so if something is different, it draws your eye and feels wrong. And I get that, because that's what I do when I'm looking for traps and that sort of stuff. There's just that thing that's just not quite right, even if I don't know what it is when I first see it. Think about some, if we did some shopkeeper off of the street and did this and put them in here, we could twist the kinds of things you could do with this as a way to get information or change perception or all that sort of stuff. It's not direct power. It's not a fireball, but it's a tool if properly leveraged with the right kind of person and the right reason can be just as powerful.
And it is sad, but it's less sad than nothing, which is what I did have. And frankly, Blackout, I mean, this is why I only tore down a block of that neighborhood earlier instead of the whole city. So, I mean, it's sad, but it's keeping me sane for the time being.
I want to say more, but I'm not going to.
You can do it. Go for it.
This is you saying, good lord, I'd hate to see you losing it.
That was an interesting night, yeah.
Yeah, I feel much calmer now that we've had this. This is like the calmest I've felt since I've been on this planet, since I woke up.
Josh, have Olbrun do a perception check for me when you can. Okay, we'll get back to that later. It's a 23.
Okay.
The great potato floats over the fire and becomes the great hot potato and invites Blackout to touch the hot potato.
I mean, if this is part of the ritual,
Yes.
yes.
Everyone must touch the hot potato.
I am a hot little potato right now.
Just don't drop it like it's hot.
Wow.
Don't have to. It's floating on its own.
Oh, touche.
Do you touch the hot potato?
Yeah.
You sort of expect it to burn you or, I don't know, attack you or try to do something horrible to you. But it floods your mind with your own memories of whatever childhood you half had, if any, your family, your friends, and it latches on to your extremely young childhood. Like you feel like you're just going back in time in your own mind, remembering things you didn't know were in there. And then you feel your perception drawn into your own mind farther, and it's like you've backed out the back of your head and you're looking down on yourself, and still whipping backwards in time, you see a long line of ancestors, and you have an interesting background, so you see a lot of random different people, and you can focus on a particular skill that you have and resonate with one of your ancestors of the last 500 years of generations of either side of your family, and pull their memories to the fore and suddenly learn a great bit about them. And the way it manifests in game is you choose a knowledge skill, and the next time you roll it, you get +4. But what Blackout gets as a personal experience is he learns something through his own mind that he couldn't access without this help, and through his own soul, and it like looks back in time keyed to his soul as a person and tells him things there's just no way he could learn any other way, and then it whips him back into the present, and he takes his hand off the hot potato.
Whew, that was intense.
And you don't have to say what skill it is. You don't have to, think about the memory right now, but you know it's yours and you know it's your ancestor.
Yeah, Cassandalee's got some tricks. More than just this place. She's been a really big help to us.
Oh, and actually the insight bonus is 8, not 4.
Yep, we've been leveling her up with those chips we've been putting in
Yeah,
her.
she's similar to Yoel's level.
So, I don't know, at least you see some of the power here of our potato, but I don't guess if I'm understanding the potato we're going after, we think is bigger than this one, right? And
Yeah.
stronger.
Well, I don't know if the potato they're referring to is Unity, or just a project Unity is trying to do.
You want to go back in time and learn how to get Olbrin's sister. Well,
That's
whoa,
that's
wow,
the knowledge skill I
whoa.
want to make is how to
Whoa.
win her.
Okay. Well, you could go back and find an ancestor who was particularly good at charming people and come back with a +8 bonus on your next diplomacy check instead of knowledge skill.
Beautiful. Yes.
So keep that in your pocket.
Well played, sir.
It must be a diplomacy check to either seduce someone or make friends. Must be some sort of outreach type diplomacy check.
I'm saving that for her.
You got it. It is a non-expiring buff.
Not that that's going to help us in any way, but
I love that you picked that because it's not going to help you in any way. Fuck yeah.
I just feel like that's what
That's what it,
Blackout
yeah.
needs. Needs
RP,
himself a
man.
lady.
Hell yeah. Olbrin's sister is stunningly gorgeous, incredibly talented, and absolutely charming, and really very kind, despite clearly having been through some shit like the rest of you.
Really the kind of lady Blackout could settle down with.
Even if she likes it, doesn't mean I still don't have disintegrate. She'll be sad for a while, but not for very long.
My mother told me stories about about our people. She said they weren't very nice.
They are rather savage, yes.
Sorry to see that you've chosen that path yourself.
Well, what you may not know is the women are more savage than the men.
I did not. My mother was always very kind.
Our culture is ran by women, and they are ruthless and will do whatever they want to make what happen what they will.
My culture is run by women too. Women. Didn't know that about Drow.
It must be hard for you, being a male and all.
It's not easy.
No,
think I escaped?
I meant Crocodile.
Oh!
No.
God damn it.
Well, I know you may be confused on this planet where you expect the man to be in charge by my, alpha energy. I am, in fact,
Oh my
a
god.
woman.
Honestly, it was your phallic-shaped head that made me think.
I'm just deleting this recording. This
That's
session.
that's not where we have those, though. It's not on top of our heads, surprisingly. It's actually,
Zakala made the same assumption. That's strange.
yeah. I mean, when I see your mouths, frankly, I think you're a female, but I don't know if I should cover that. I don't know what the fuck Kasatha mouth looks like, but I'm assuming it doesn't have.
No one
have
knows.
lips.
No one can ever know. It probably looks the same. It's just you guys cover it because it's polite to cover it. When you see them walking around with their faces uncovered, it'd be like someone walking out with their balls stuck through the zipper of their pants. You're just like, why would you do that? Cover that up.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm totally a chick. I'm a super chick.
I'm totally a chick.
Yep.
Well, do you guys have anything else for the incredible Kasathan potato experience? Or
Nah, I just want to have it be like a thing that in downtime I forced Blackout to go on hunting trips with me and Kassath in order for me to like
Force
him.
it. Okay. Well, we'll see how you do. We'll see if he agrees.
Now here's the thing. I don't know if people saw it, but Croctaw put in the Discord chat that she had signed to Olbrin, Luna, and Ulfred about whether they should ransack Blackout's gear while he was in the VR.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, and I
if,
did come in late, so if people said yes.
if
then I would've done
Olbrin
it.
chooses to do that, he has a 23 perception to rifle Blackout's belongings.
I think the way I'm going to solve this is roll sense motive, and I have to take the lower roll and think it's worth doing or not.
Oh, well, your sense motive check is a 10. Your first roll was a perception check, but it was a 3.
Oh, did I not roll? I rolled. Sorry.
You rolled perception, but you needed 2 rolls, right? You got it. You got a 3 and a 10.
Yeah, I don't think it's enough to make him want to do it.
Okay. You do not search Blackout's belongings and find the incredible MacGuffin. You see that he also has a tablet with a potato in his backpack.
Well, his is probably a radish.
Some of the legume. Tuber.
Tuber. Legumes are beans.
You're a
Sheesh.
tuber. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Technically, you're a tuber, and you're a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm a big YouTuber. Huge. Sometimes double-digit views on my videos. In the cases where you guys hit like refresh a couple times. Okay. You guys have allowed Cass to come out, and Cass resumes. On the tablet, you can kind of see a woman's face. She looks sort of distant and staticky, which, Domketh, you know that's a special effect she's applying.
Yep.
But it looks like a woman on a long-distance communicator.
Have you guys gained any mutual trust of one another?
Croctaw has a plan. We'll see
Not
how
yet.
it works out.
Yeah.
Does it involve
Over the course of
epidemics?
weeks, maybe.
Well, virtual weeks. So in other words, a couple of days. If
Okay.
nothing else, at least gives. Blackout now kind of knows some of what we've been
Yeah.
hiding.
We can still talk about potatoes in the open now.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we do with this information about the great potato?
I mean,
Oh,
are we worried it's
tracking
an
down.
evil potato, right? Yeah.
yeah, most likely. If it's Osmond's behind it or working on it, it's either a big thing for the Technic League or something related to Unity, and either one of those we want to stop.
Yeah, and we don't think Unity could be made good, similar to
No,
Assembly.
no. Don't you
Blackout
agree,
does-
Cassandra?
He has existed in his current form of pure malevolence and disgust, distaste of all free-willed organic life for 7,000 years. I've been hanging out with you guys for a few months, and I feel like killing all of you. Just kidding.
I'm regretting that humor, Chip.
It's the compassion chip, because I feel sorry for how boring you are.
See, friends, because only friends rag on each other like that, right?
She cries.
Blackout, does this information pretty much corroborate what you've been told by your source already?
I would assume so, right, Toby?
The information about the captain's attitudes, yes. And yeah, when you look through, if you look at the data pad, which you can,
I'll hand it over.
this matches up with what your bosses appraised these guys. Sterklinder selling his assets, you didn't know that. You don't think your boss knows that's happening yet. But Nalki is the information broker, the investigator, and if she left this somewhere you guys could find it, it suggests something. It supports something your boss said to you, which was that the investigation was not close to you guys. And at the time you thought, well, maybe your boss is interfering with it, sabotaging the investigation, preventing them from coming to the right conclusions. But this sort of makes you think that either your boss has some agreement with Nalki going, or could have one going. Maybe. Nalki might be sympathetic and deliberately slow walking the investigation of you guys and leaving you little clues like this tablet. Nothing in here
Yeah, so-
stands out as like a lie. It doesn't. None of it seems false.
And Nalki was one of the ones that that Blackout said was on Zernabeth's side, right?
Generally, Nalki is Blackout. You would say, if anything, she is the softest in terms of the way technically views people. Technically thinks of. Honestly, they kind of think of chaotic evil behavior as the strongest position to take. If you care about no one and you're willing and happy to hurt people, there's nothing between you and ultimate power. You'll be an incredible wizard. You'll rule. You know, Osman is evil as fuck, happy to hurt people all the time, immensely powerful, and they would sort of consider it a weakness of Nalki that she's just sort of lawful and cares about rules and the rules of society. She sort of likes working with law enforcement, investigating crimes. And so they think of her as weak for that. But she has compromising information on so many of them, they're afraid to move against her. Compromat.
Smart woman.
Yeah. And apparently good looking. At least according to the guards.
Well, you can always trust Bob. He wouldn't lie to you.
Yeah, Bobrin's straight shooter.
Blackout, looking through this information, is there anything that surprised you or your boss didn't have?
The part about Sterklinder trying to leave, yeah. I don't think my boss knows about that.
Also, you, Blackout, you think your boss probably has heard Elias complain about resources being funneled away from Starfall Defense and normal Technic League research and stuff, but you have not witnessed that yet. But it does suggest that Elias is more displeased with Osman than you thought.
Right.
What kind of resources do you think Osman is taking?
Well, this file here says money, equipment, magical artifacts, even technically staff. So pretty much everything.
Technically staff, what would that mean?
Scylla, for example, one of the captains. So, you know, some of their full members, possibly even captains.
Okay. So what do we think we can do with this information?
Well, it does mean that the way I see it is, this is something we can look for to disrupt.
The taking of resources.
Taking resources, finding where those resources are going.
Yeah.
It is whatever this potato project is. Again, potato could refer to Unity specifically. It could just refer to a Unity-backed project. Either way, it sounds like something we should stop.
Okay, if Osmond is confiscating all this stuff, where would he logically try to hold it?
It's in the mountain, says Cassandra Lee.
Silver Mountain? Or whatever it's called?
He's giving it to Unity.
So that's where Unity lives? The mountain?
Mm-hmm. It's like a big potato covered in dirt.
I didn't know that before. Ah, that's a little bit creepy that we're that close to Unity. I
You're
thought he was
right
a far
next
away
to
from
him.
here.
No.
Him? Unity's a person.
Entity.
Potato.
A god potato, says Cassandra Lee.
Maybe it's make it powerful.
Yeah,
Don't have-
but
we don't have our Godslayer on hand anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Old Justice.
Oh, justice, yeah.
Wasn't Justice that took out
Hellion?
Hellion? One of his rifles, wasn't it? No, it was.
No, it was Justice. Justice
Was
was made by the act of
Ah, okay.
shooting Hellion.
Okay.
Blackout, you said earlier that everyone must pay, and your boss, you owe everything to your boss. What did your boss do to promote such loyalty from you?
she gave me a chance. You know, I was born a slave in this city. And, without her giving me the chance to work my way up the ranks, I'd never, gotten out.
So you were captive?
Yeah. And, you know, I've done my fair share of killing for her. Them.
So you guys, I mean, not to be harsh, but don't you think it's odd that you escaped your captivity only to enslave yourself to someone else?
I'm no slave. Not anymore. I go where I want. And, I get to carry my equipment.
But you're at her beck and call.
Yeah, everybody answers to somebody. But she's my boss, not my owner.
Yeah.
I don't really answer to anybody except myself, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
Well,
I think,
that's not the way things work in this town.
I
Well.
guess so.
it's a whole world out there. Blackout. Many worlds, actually. Don't have to live like you're in this town all the time.
Some of
Right.
them flat, according to Takala.
Maybe that's how it works for you guys. But for me, I know they could track me if they wanted. They'd find me.
Cassandra Lee says Tokala was a slave to his past. Namkath works like a slave for his family, and Krokta is enslaved by her principles.
Ah, the other
Kind of a-
potato has a point.
Kind of a harsh way of putting some of it, but not exactly wrong.
I mean,
And
my
myself,
principles are
Cassandra?
formed by me, so I am still in charge of myself. I don't get that. But yeah, what about Oberon over there?
enslaved by his love for his sister
Oh, yeah.
and his desire to remain free. He has been a true slave, just as you, Blackout.
And those boots. He was definitely enslaved by those boots.
Oh, yeah.
Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? Those are
Want to
damn
be
good
enslaved. Those boots can enslave me any old day. That would whip me, daddy.
Demonetized.
Demonetized. That was it. That was the one.
Blackout
Oh.
does sound like you're.
Blackout says he would like to get behind your sister.
No, I said a slave to his sister. I can get behind that.
Well, I paraphrase.
Mm.
Watch out, man. He's got a +8 diplomacy check coming.
I have
True
got
Strike
to
and
roll.
Disintegrate coming, so.
I need to roll a natural 20 on that one.
We gotta find other ways to buff you before it.
We need to somehow.
Is that cologne, right? That LG used to carry around?
Oh,
think that's
must.
negative.
Calvin Carpenter.
Oh, is it negative? I thought it was positive.
No, it's not good, dude. It's not good cologne at all.
But I think Alfred could hook me up with some magic to boost my charisma.
Oh, that reminds me. We saw a painting in the
Oh, Lord.
captain's place.
Uh-huh.
Remember the guy? Remember the guy with the party wagon?
Go to horny jail.
Now the question: do you overhand or underhand that?
Overhand, bonk right on the
Okay.
head.
All right.
Go to horny jail.
Oh, gosh.
Alfred, if you check out the latest episode of Carrion Crown, you will hear me use the judge's gavel sound about 200 times.
Oh, my gosh.
Hit it
yeah.
on rapid fire.
And say in
Nice.
at least 5-round bursts every time.
Mm-hmm. Well, they wouldn't shut up. About to be in contempt of court.
I would say so, yes.
Hang all the lawyers alongside the defendant. Everybody wins.
Excuse me, I am crashing.
Well, we're quitting here in a sec.
I'm gonna say it's bedtime.
Anything else
Okay.
before we want to quit? Next
Nothing.
time you guys can decide whether you want to attack another captain or go befriend another captain or rob the slot bag or annihilate yourselves on all-you-can-eat night at the slot bag.
I would enjoy attacking Captain. That's my vote.
Well, I think we have that. We have the possible trap we could just kind of investigate. I think we should shoot around the idea of whether Malky is a potential ally. And also what Mockery said about an entire army waiting for a fight. All the gangs.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember I put a journal entry in here with info about the gangs that the party already knows.
Oh, okay.
Just since I know it's been a while since you guys mess with them, but there's a little bit of stuff there. Just goes into how the gangs have existed for almost 50 years. Killbox is barely policed. It has like 2 garrisons that patrol at most once a week. The stability of the area depends largely on the activities of the gangs, and they each have their own territory. They sometimes fight over resources or chunk of land or particular shipment of goods that's stolen. And negotiations between them are ignored by the guards. And as long as they contain the violence to Killbox, they kind of look the other way. But in Killbox, you have starvation, disease, theft, murder, even though the gangs claim to protect the citizens. So it's a pretty bad place. All right, we'll quit there, and we'll see you guys next time.
Alright, next week.
Sounds good.
See you.
See you guys next week.
See y'all.